Yo, yo. Who's up in the Chizzy chat? Who's up in the chat room? What's up? What's up? Who's up in here? Who's up in here? About to get the show started. Make sure y'all let me know if my mic is good because I'm hearing a bunch of feedback. It sounds like my mic is in the ocean or some shit. This shit is bugging. Now let me know what's up. I'm about to get the Zoom session. Go ahead and get that started real quick. Alright, I'm about to send that invite link. Sorry guys, my laptop is it is kind of tripping right now. Who's up in the chat room? Who's up in the chat? We got 3 viewers in here. Come on, come on. Can y'all say something? You about to get the call started. Hopefully my my laptop fans gonna be bugging because they're really loud. I'm live streaming from a gaming laptop, so hopefully everything is good on y'all end. Let me know how the mic sound. Let me know if it's bugging or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and send the invite link. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick. So if y'all want to join, you can either DM me on Twitter or just follow this link here. Oh man, it's showing my real name. I don't know. One second. Second. Now let me know if everything's good. We're waiting for some more people to get in here in the chat. I'm trying to change my screen name real quick. Let's see. Something good. Who up in the Chizzy chat room, man? 3 y'all just chilling? Excuse me, chat, excuse me. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and send an invitation in the chat. Please join. Topic. Hold on 1 second, guys. I might have to restart this one. Yeah, I'm live streaming. For people in the chat, what's good? What's good? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. What's going on? What's going on? For some reason it keeps on saying like I'm trying to get my share screen. I'll just share something. Edit. Who up in the chat? Who up in the chat? You are screen sharing? Okay. So let me go ahead and send y'all a link. Invitation. Let's see. And the password is masculine. So if you guys want to go ahead and join, that's what it is right there. I just threw it in the chat. Oh man, that's actually really long here. So it's this right here. Go ahead and join up if you want to join. And if the link doesn't work in the chat, you can either DM me on Instagram or email me at mercyiv at gmail. You can email me there. Yeah. Anybody up in the chat? Yo, wake, hello? Where the masculinity gang at? Where the real ones? Please tell me I'm in the right chat room. Hold on. Oh, it's Sap. Y'all up in the chat. I was in the wrong chat. Oh, what's good? What's good? My bad, y'all. I was in the wrong one. Okay, so I'm about to send the link in the chat. This is it right here. So if you want to go ahead and join, go ahead. My fault, guys. I was in the wrong chat room. Yo. What's good, Wolfsong? What's good, the homie Brandon? What's good, Captain Ultra? Captain Ultra, I gotta give you a mod, bro. My bad, bro. You should be modded up in here, bro. Welcome to the mod gang, the mod familia. So we're gonna wait for a little bit more people to get up in here. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 of y'all in here right now. Let me go ahead and do something else real quick. Did I pop up the chat? Okay, so let me go ahead. I do have super chat. Super chat should be enabled, and I have like notifications now. So once you guys super chat, your super chat will be shown on the screen. So it'll give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure you guys are more. I want to get more appreciation for you guys that do donate and support the channel. But yeah, let me go ahead and let's see right there. So now the chat should be showing up on screen. I'm about to put it over background. Yeah, there we go. So what's up? What's up? Y'all talk to me. Did I go live too early? Basically, I had a hospital visit the other day, and my side is still acting up, so I have to make another appointment for more tests on blood. Damn, bro. Hopefully you get better, bro. Prayers, prayers for my boy Wolfsong. You know what I'm saying? Pray for a speedy recovery, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I know how it feels to be in the hospital, bro. I had mono. That shit was terrible. That shit was actually terrible. Okay, so guys, go ahead and join. I don't have anybody in the background that wants to join. Oh, y'all let me know. Only 2 people in the chat. I don't know, maybe I might go live later. Too early. That's tough. Yeah, very tough, bro. Alright, I'm about to let me make a community post real quick. Hopefully we can get more people in here. Alright, just made a community post. Oh yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? We got your back, bro. Appreciate y'all for being here. We got four viewers in the chat. I wanna wait until at least 10 people get in here before we start the show. But how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? This for right now, it's still morning time for me. It's about 11:15 a.m. How y'all doing this afternoon? You know what I'm saying? What y'all up to? We got 5 people in the chat. Today's live stream is it's gonna be a call-in show. You know what I'm saying? You can join the Zoom session. You don't have to put your camera on, you gotta show your face. We're just gonna be talking, and I want you guys to tell me when you woke up as a man, your red pill awakening, you know what I'm saying, what you went through and what you went through before, like your red pill rage, and then tell me what happened after, you know what I'm saying? Tell me experiences you had with women and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, you don't have to go too much in detail, but I just want to I just want to have every man relate in some sort of way, you know what I'm saying? We can all relate because we all been through something in this life that we live, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead, call in. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. That's the link right there. Actually, that is not the link. Do not put that. Do it again. This is the first ever call-in show. So you know what I'm saying? I'm the first to ever do it. No, not the first to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here we go. It's that right there. We'll keep on spamming in the chat. Shit, bro, it's not even about like relationship shit, bro. You can talk about any experience you had. I'm gonna keep on spamming it. So if you want to come through, tell your story, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna wait for 10 people to get in. If you want, well, we can start watching a video I wanted to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? We can watch that together. or we can just wait. It's up to y'all. Good to see you back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Adam. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the building. I'm in the building. We got today's gonna be a call-in show, you know what I'm saying? I'm on Zoom right now. I got the invite link right here. So if you wanna tell the brotherhood your story, your RP awakening story, you know what I'm saying? Your RP rage or any other situation that you went through with the woman, you can go ahead and tell. You deserve more subs, bro. Yeah, I know, man. It's tough out here, you know. YouTube really doesn't really like my content like that, bro. I should have been at least 5K right now. But it is what it is, bro. We continue to grind day out and day in, you know, even when I'm not posting, I'm still thinking about, you know, videos I can do, ideas. I'm always thinking, you know what I'm saying? There's never a day that I just stop thinking. But yeah, bro, I appreciate that, Captain Ultra. So if anybody wants to join, like I said, got the don't be scared to join, bro. You don't gotta show your face or nothing, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta turn on the camera. But I definitely want to hear you guys' story. Hit that like button. Super chats are enabled. I haven't really experienced it, but I've been seeing my friends go through stuff. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You hate to see like your friends go through stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of your friends be like simps on the low. They don't know about like this RP stuff. They don't really have game and shit like that. But let me go ahead and show my screen. I'm just gonna show y'all a video real quick and watch a video. Hey. Okay. So won't be a show if y'all don't call in, bro. Y'all gotta call. I gotta join the Zoom session, you know what I'm saying? And then we can get this popping, bro. One of the brothers in the masculinity gang, he said he wanted me to do this. And he not even up in the chat. Like, where you at, bro? Like, stop the cat. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I did not watch his video YouTube. Like, come on, bro. Come on, son. How many people we got in the chat? We got 6 people in here. Does anybody want to join the Zoom session? I don't see anybody up in here. Spam the link again. We got 7 viewers. This is the Zoom invite link. I don't even think you have to have Zoom actually downloaded. You can just click the link and then boom. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the 7 in the chat. We up early morning, early afternoon for some of y'all, early morning for me. It says apparently it says I'm in another meeting. Oh hell no! Hold on. Nah, bro, I'm in one meeting, bro. Upcoming. Yeah, bro, I'm in one meeting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end this one and I'm gonna start another one, and then try to join that one. Wolf song. In meetings for all. What the hell? Okay. Let me refresh. Delete this. I'm gonna delete that meeting and start another one. Okay, so okay. So sorry about this chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to Wolfsong trying to join. You know what I'm saying, one of my brothers. All of y'all my brothers, but Wolfsong, man, my brother has been there from the start. So he's one of the day ones. All of y'all are my day ones, bro. Let's keep it a bug. Okay. Now, this should work here. Try that right there, Wolfsong. That should work. Oh, I see. I have to wait for the meeting to start. The meeting is started. Try again. Try again. Try again. Like I said, shout out to the 7 viewers in the chat. The meeting. I'm in the meeting right now. Hey, what's good, my brother? Better Mel Police. What's good? What's good? Is that working for you, Wolfsong? Let me know. There's no password on that one. You should be able to just join in. I'm gonna put it in the chat again. I'm doing my workout, but I'm still tuned in. Appreciate it, bro. Today's gonna be a call-in show. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all can share y'all stories, man. Anything I went through doesn't have to be about women or anything like that. Just share your story. The boys. You know what I'm saying? No upcoming meetings, right, bro? I'm in a meeting right now. Hold on. Well, so I'm gonna end that one. Hold on. It should just. Oh. Okay. Okay. On password. Okay. So try this one right here. So we're gonna start at what time is it? Look. We got 10 viewers in the chat. And this thing is being kind of stupid, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna have to schedule this one. So we're gonna start in 4 minutes. I'm trying to see if I can just start the meeting. Just start it. Okay. So okay. Sorry about this chat, bro. My fault. You're doing your work, yes sir. Work don't stop, bro. Try clicking on that link. It should invite you to the that's the invite link right there. So if I want to join Wolfsong, try that link. I'm gonna spam it in chat. Appreciate y'all for being patient with your boy. Like I said, this is the first ever call-in show. First ever. You know what I'm saying? This will go down in history on the channel. So I am in the meeting right now. I don't see you in there, Wolfsong. But if you click on that link, it should send you right there, and it should just say open invite or something like that. How y'all doing today, brothers? it was never going to be easy, but we will still try to spread the word, brother. Yeah, bro. It's definitely not easy on YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? YouTube really doesn't like what I'm saying for the most part. It's not popular. It's mainly censored. Um, Especially masculinity, got masculinity gang, and anything masculine is really gonna be shunned. Unfortunately, the type of society we live in. I'm trying to join, but I'm still waiting for the meeting to start. Did you click? Did you click on the on that new link that I put in the chat? Cause it says it, bro. It says the meeting is started. Sorry about this, chat. We're trying to use. I'm trying to use Zoom here, but it's saying that the meeting hasn't started when I'm literally looking right at it and I'm in the meeting right now. Try that link again, Wolf Song. Can you see this? I'm about to type in the chat. This is freaking insane, bro. Like, sorry about this chat, bro. Like, this is okay. Oh, here we go. This Wolf Song has joined. I just got an email. Start meeting. Sign in to start. All right, hold on 1 second, chat. Yes, sir. Wolf Song, I see you. My brother Wolf Song. I can't hear you. You gotta unmute.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey there, you alright?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, you don't have to show your face, bro. Just so you know. So it's up to you. I can.
Be fine. No worries, mate. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Finally, I'm glad to finally meet you, mate. Well, in the person, basically. Although I can't see you. I mean, I see you all the time, but you know, it's just been a real honor, mate. Real honor to meet you.
Bro, yeah, bro. It's a pleasure to meet you too, my boy. Loving this shirt, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's first edition by the looks of things, really. I normally use it whenever I go working out and all that. You know, it keeps the women away at least. I can focus on my workout then.
Yes, sir. Okay, chat. We have started. We got 5 people in here, man. Damn. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna start with the 5. More people will join. I'm not too worried about it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and they won't see my face. Well, actually, they will. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, I might have to sort the lighting out in here. It's a bit bright, actually. Let me just sort that out quickly.
Okay. I got you, bro. I got you.
Try to turn my fucking lights, goddammit. There we go.
All right, chat. We got Wolf Song. We got my brother Wolf Song in the building. Wolf Song from the chat.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I can't see chat, so if anyone's asking any questions, I apologize. I can't see it at the moment, but you know,
I'll read off the chat for you. The chat for you.
Lovely, thanks, mate.
Good. All right, so Wolf Song, man, tell us what you went through, man. Like, what happened? Like, what's your story?
Well, it all started out really when in my late 20s, I suppose. I think it was my last relationship, really. It ended quite nice, I'd have to say. I dated this very lovely German girl. She was living on Lake Constance. I even went as far as wanting to go over to visit her. It was an LDR relationship, basically. So obviously, it wasn't going to go anywhere. But you know, I tried to make something of it, really. But the way it started was like I started to pick up on a couple of red flags, and this was before I became kind of like aware of the whole MGTOW philosophy and the red pill philosophy and so on and so forth. So I started to notice things like how she wouldn't like be proud that she was in a relationship with me. She wouldn't like show me off to her friends. There were cases when she would kind of gaslight me by basically making me feel like I was as important to her as her mother and father. She loves her mother and father very much. When it came to like her father's sickness, like I was trying to be as supportive as I could be. There were times when I just wanted to be there with her, but unfortunately, things like that don't really happen. It's not as easy as that. And from there, I went down the rabbit hole. I basically learned and studied about MGTOW, uh, the red pill, and I'm still not so sure about a certain amount of things, but that's the whole point, really. Is like I'm still learning as I'm going through it, basically.
Okay.
And with my side of things, basically, I've now gotten to the point where it's not about like hating the opposite gender or bolstering yourself up to the point when you don't need anybody, because that's not really true. There are points when we can do well on our own, but there's a point when you have to think to yourself that you can do stuff on your own, but then you need the assistance when it's needed, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that you need to be in a relationship to better yourself or better other people, but it does help. But not all people need a relationship in a certain sense. Like, I've been out of a relationship for about, I'd say about 5-6 years now. I mean, if it's counting physical, then I haven't slept with a woman in about 8 years. So I'd probably consider
You've been monk mode. You've been monk mode. That's crazy, man. That's good though, bro. Like, honestly, man, like I've been doing like semen retention for about and hopefully everybody can hear me in the chat. I've been doing semen retention for about, here, go ahead and talk for me, Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. I was trying to check out the audio levels and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, man. Like, I've been doing semen retention for about, the longest I did it was like 40-50 days, but I've been on it for about 2-3 weeks now, man. And honestly, bro, like once you're on monk mode and you're focused on yourself, like you're so, like, it's hard for me to go to sleep at night, you know what I'm saying? Because I got so much energy and I'm thinking constantly and stuff like that. Yeah. And semen retention really helps you focus on your purpose and your goals. You know what I'm saying? You're so driven, you got so much energy, you're charismatic, you know what I'm saying? Like, you notice, like, when you're talking to a woman, they look you in the eye and they're kind of intimidated by you. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you have, because they want to take your energy, you know what I'm saying? Women can tell when a man has, he's holding on to his semen and he has a bigger and stronger goal in mind other than just, chasing some badge every day, you know what I'm saying? And that's how most of these guys are, And I feel like every guy should go monk mode or try out semen retention or no-fab because it really does help,
I have noticed the benefits really of it. Really, I think the longest I've gone was about 6 months or something like that. But when it came to the maybe the first or second month, you do start to feel that withdrawal syndrome kick in, and I know it's understandable, but most people think that semen retention is something that is so easily obtainable, but that's not the case. Really, it's the same with like working out or working on a project. Really, you only reap the benefits once you stick with it and you put your determination and your grit into it, basically, and you will start to feel better for it because you're filling your life up with more important things like family, friends, job applications and stuff like that, really. So it's just basically giving yourself that certain type of determination to make you feel better for yourself, really. So you're not always relying on like that quick little fix, basically. And that's the problem with our society, is that every single thing is easily obtainable now. There's no obstacle, there's no challenge. When I was growing up, I basically had that obstacle of my father leaving me, and that kind of gave me like an idea of being self-reliant in a certain sense. Like, I could have been that type of person that would have just stewed or just blamed him for it, but I didn't. I basically just pulled myself up out of it and made something of myself. I tried to push myself to a better understanding of who I can be to myself and other people, basically, rather than just wallowing, basically.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man, that's good, man. It's tough because, like you said, everything is so easily attainable. Like, and that goes to show you like how easy attainable porn is. Like, porn is more easily attainable than anything else in this world. Like, there's a reason why it's free, and the society says it's okay. Like, oh, it's okay, if you watch adult films, and it's okay if you masturbate and bust nuts in yourself. Like, no, that's what they want you to do. They want you to waste your energy. They don't want you to see the value that your seed has. Because, like, I was thinking about, like, when I first started seeing returns, like, man, it's crazy. Like, I'm over here wasting my seed and stuff when my seed can literally bring in life into this world. And I know it's tough, it's tough trying to have kids and a family nowadays due to all the laws and stuff like that that are against men and stuff like that. But it's just, it goes to show you, like, your seed is a really powerful thing. You can literally create life with that thing. But yeah, man. I'm gonna see if I can turn on my camera. I don't know if the chat wants to see like half and half or. Hey, what's up? What's up? Sigma Roden. He said happy hump day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Betamel Police said monk mode is the way to go. Yes, sir. It is, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's.
I haven't had a hump day in like fucking 8 years. I can't even remember what that feels like, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, man. It won't let me turn on my camera. I guess because I'm using it in like OBS or something. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the attention's on you, bro. I got my little webcam. I'm in the corner. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're watching me on YouTube, but
I don't think I can because I'm on my iPod, so I'm just
in the
on that.
iPod. Oh, okay. So you say you went through a long distance relationship and
Mhm.
that didn't turn out too well.
Yeah, I believe we dated for about 7 to 8 months. She was a very fun girl, very intelligent woman.
What?
Uh, she was an artist. She worked in opera. Basically, she was a very lovely, sweet girl. It's just, I feel like she had a little bit of trauma with her that I don't think she could really overcome in a certain sense. And I felt like her idea
She's like
of
broken.
um, it was more about the validation type of thing in a certain sense, how she would
Mm.
surround herself with an awful lot of friends, male friends in particularly. We like to call them orbiters in the community from time to time, although that's kind of like more for the men's side of thing, really. Like, you know, the orbiters are the types of gents that would stick around hoping for a chance to get in, and she has had that many opportunities, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I am kind of lucky that I missed the bullet with that one, really, in a certain sense, because I
And
don't know what type of trauma she's gone through, and I don't know what type of baggage she put on me if I was in a relationship, really, with her. So it's kind of a lucky thing, really.
yeah, man, I can relate on the long distance relationship things too, man. I was in two of those, you know what I'm saying, back in my Better Mill simp days, you know. I dated a girl from Georgia when I was like a freshman in high school. I
Mm.
met her off like the Kick app. I don't know if you remember that app. And then I dated another girl that I met off this another dating app, which I don't suggest any man meeting a woman or taking a woman serious off a dating app. That should be just a smash and pass, pump and dump type of situation. But yeah, bro, like we dated for around like probably like 7 months or something like that. And dude, it was bad. Like, at first, it was good, but then you realize you can't really see that person. You can't have that physical, interaction. You know what I'm saying? And it really changes things. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why long distance relationships don't work because she's going to she's going to cheat on you with a guy that she can actually see in person, not just on FaceTime
Mm.
or text messages and stuff like that. So that's the main reason why long distance relationships don't work. And fellas, I would not suggest you guys do any type of long distance relationship with anybody because it's not effective. It will never work. But yeah.
I have certainly noticed with LDRs is that the easier it is for contacts, then the easier it will be for her to leave you in a certain sense. I have a few female friends, and some of them have told on themselves. Honestly, some of the greatest Stoics and philosophers will tell you just stay silent and let a woman talk, and they will tell on themselves, really, in a certain sense. And I've
Mm-hmm.
had this an awful lot with women where they've basically seen me as more of a friend, so they go on ahead and tell me their wants and desires and their pet peeves and stuff like that. And they're more honest than you tend to think, really. You just need to read between the lines with them. And it's hard to tell that when you're like, say, you have a crush or if you're in love with a particular woman, really, because, like before the whole come thing happens, really, like before you like, I don't know what they call it, where it's like you have like after you've come, basically, you have like that realization of like, oh, well, shag's over. It's like there's nothing there. That's when you realize, oh, it was just a sex session and not there's no like love connected in a certain sense.
Yeah.
And with an awful lot of women that I've dated, some of them have been quite sweet. Some of them haven't like gone to that distance because I was either too young or she was too young, or there's been some issues here and there. Really, I tried to
Mm-hmm.
see. on both ends of the scale, really, because it has to change. Like, I want the McTavish philosophy and Stoicism to be prominent in our society, but
Yeah,
not be as overbearing as feminism is, because feminism, it was something that kickstarted something within the community, and it needed to
exactly.
be brought out because obviously men were beating their wives to deaths back in the day, and that's not something we want to go back to. And we want
Hmm.
something we want to avoid for our men who are going through certain situations like that but can't talk about it. So with our philosophy is that I want it to be more mainstream so that people can hear the suffering that men go through without us being laughed at or basically being told, oh, you should man up and so on and so forth, because that has got to be the most stupid insult you could throw around these days, because it's more poignant to see uh, people belittle men even though they go through the same issues. But I just don't see how people are so blind to those particular types of insults when those are really thrown out there at us. It's just a shame to see this, really. And I wouldn't want us
Yeah,
to go the same rabbit hole by doing the same to women.
yeah, man. I agree, man. The way that women were treated back in the day was really extreme. I
Mm,
don't believe in like the whole like abusing. I'm not for any of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
I don't think you should ever put your hands on a woman unless it's like a self defense situation. You know what I'm saying? Like she trying to kill you type shit, right?
mm. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, I agree. Like it has to be definitely a balance because right now, you know what I'm saying, females pretty much run the world. Women run the world. Men
Oh, yeah.
are no longer the leaders. They don't look for guidance from men. They don't listen to men. They don't want to follow a man. So feminism has kind of not kind of sorry, it has actually poisoned a lot of women. And it's
Mm.
not just only westernized women, you know what I'm saying? It's women you live in the UK, right?
Yes.
So it's affecting women around the globe that used to have that really feminine, submissive, I want to follow a man's lead, stuff like that. Now they're more like, oh, I'm independent, which when a woman says she's independent, she's not actually independent. You know what I'm saying? Every woman has that sucker that they depend
Yeah.
on.
I believe it's
So,
the attitude, mainly with westernized women in a certain sense. How an awful lot of African American women are in America at the moment. It's kind of, it's not as, like in the UK, it's not as bad as it seems like. I'd say the young black girls in our community in the UK are actually quite chill some of the time.
mm-hmm.
I mean, but with American women, it's more about, oh, I'm independent. I can do as much as a man. I can do better as a man, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
And what they fail to think is that when you do that, when you come across as like, oh, you don't need anybody, well, then what's this whole thing? Why do you want me to be a traditional man if you aren't willing to
exactly.
traditional values in a certain sense? So it's just, I don't understand where they think they're going to get off having a relationship if they don't know how to share. It's like children grew up not even knowing how to play with their toys correctly in a certain sense. So
Mm-hmm.
part of the issue as well in our today's society, like you might have heard the story about what happened in Australia with the young boys being told to apologize to the young girls for actions that other men have done that they don't even understand what they're apologizing for about. It's absolutely disgusting. And thankfully, I'm kind of glad that that actually happens because it's now allowing people to see the ludicrousy that feminism and right wing extremists are bringing to society and our younger generation in a certain sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's
man. It's crazy. Like they're teaching these young boys to pander to women and just worship women and like, oh, if you don't have a girlfriend or you don't get a wife, that you're not gonna have a happy life. And a lot of men like us, especially men that are monk mode and choose not to deal with women like that in a sense, they get shamed. You know what I'm saying? They get shamed all the time. Oh, you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna be alone. Like you don't want a wife. You don't want a girlfriend. Da da da. And us men like us, we get shamed all the time.
mm,
And that's because they want us to go back to the slaughterhouse. They want us to go back to pretty much that slavery, to be enslaved to them. They want us because like the government, they always profit off of a man getting married. You
mm,
know what I'm saying? That's why you got to sign these legal documents. If the government didn't get involved with marriages, to be honest, I feel like the divorce rate, especially in the United States and westernized countries and stuff like that, it wouldn't be as high because women wouldn't have anything to necessarily benefit from.
mm.
In a sense, they wouldn't benefit in such of a huge way, like taking 50% of your assets or more. You know, it would just be like, okay. you got divorced, like back in the day, like way back in the 1800s. If a woman got divorced, if a woman was promiscuous, she was getting shamed.
Mm.
And you know what I'm saying? And it kind of goes back to what Coach Greg Adams was saying. Like, he said that women are naturally promiscuous, which kind of makes sense in a way, because when women were promiscuous, they were shamed. And as soon as us men stopped shaming women, all of a sudden, there came promiscuous again. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think that's an interesting, I guess, theory in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And that really made me start thinking about stuff. But yeah, man, what you're saying is facts, bro.
I
True.
mean, the idea of women basically having like complete and total out of freedom at the moment is well, it was definitely a thing that was going to happen. And
Mm-hmm.
we've seen this an awful lot in like classes, basically, because class is always going to be the same. You know, you have steerage, you have second class, first class, so on and so forth. That will never change, really. Whoever is at the top will do and have their say, basically, in a certain sense. And it's the same with women's rights movements at a certain point, because women are now free to be as promiscuous and hoish as they like, really, and especially when it comes to job hunting. Basically, you have more women. I'm not knocking the educational system, but they are pushing for more women to make footholds in the STEM field, which is a good thing. Women should be
Yeah.
allowed to take, you know, that chance. But the reason why they're so low is either because they don't have the capabilities of being in that field, or they just do not wish to be in a STEM field. There are too many
Exactly.
issues, like you know, there's pregnancy for a chance. If they want children, you can't like raise children and have a job at the same time. I'm sorry, but it's just not a possibility. You can
Mm-hmm.
babysitters, but then you're missing out on that child's growth in a certain sense. So in force, you're basically losing something to gain something else. And with the whole job thing, really, is the fact that, you know, it's impressive that they can do these things, but you have to see that there's going to be a point where you can only do so much, really. And that's kind of the whole idea, is that, you know, we've given them so much bolstering for them to have a job, have kids, and, you know, wear the pants in the relationship, where it's gotten to the point where it's just like, oh, well, now we're 30, single, and nobody loves us, and we don't have any children. And then they don't blame anyone else but men, because, you know, we're meant to be the gentleman. We're meant to be there to protect them and pick them up, even though they're basically treating us like dog shit in a certain sense. It's just it's just amazing how something like this can carry on in a certain sense, especially with how other things have been happening, really. You know, such as well, I don't know. Like, I feel like a marriage should just be abolished. Like, honestly, it's just not helpful for men. It only
It's
benefits
not.
women. And there are so
Mm-hmm.
many issues with the court system where, you know, women can have jobs, hold down three or whatever at a time, yet still be, you know, helped by the government in a certain sense. Where do men get their help? When we work more dangerous jobs, we have higher risks in our jobs, but that's all the women want to complain about, is the wage gap in a certain sense, even though it's very minute. You get paid more money if you work more hours, you're better and you're efficient at your job, or if it's particularly dangerous. Men will work those jobs because they are capable, where
Yeah.
most women are not, unfortunately. There is the odd few, but statistically, on a larger majority, it is mostly men that work those jobs, such as like the armed forces, constructionery, and working in industry and stuff like that. It's just unbelievable that some of them think that they're guaranteed to pay, even though they didn't work in the hours in a certain sense. It's just
Mm-hmm.
unreal.
Yeah, man. And Kevin Samuels was talking about the STEM programs and how, you know, these jobs and you know, men in general are giving women an opportunity to step up to the plate and do these jobs like construction or like architect, but they don't want to do it. A
Mm,
lot of women are interested in doing that. That's just not in their nature. It's not a woman's nature to like, oh man, I want to wake up and I want to go build infrastructure. I want to go build civilization. That's not what they do.
mm,
That's not in their biological nature. Their nature is to nurture, raise kids. They're crafty in the sense, you know what I'm saying? They're really in touch with their emotions.
mm,
They're caring, they're supposed to be loving. That's not what they're supposed to do. That's why they're not involved with these fields. That's why they go for these degrees, right? They get these degrees in college, and then they get out of college and it's hard for them to find a job because they get a degree in something that's pretty much not useful. It's
yeah.
not like the society it needs it in a sense. And these women get mad. They're like, oh, men don't dominate all the fields, and men are more. There's more men CEOs than women, but it's just like y'all don't really want it like that. You're not really hungry like that to go out and get it and become an entrepreneur and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that women can't, but majority of y'all don't want to do that. But that's okay. Just admit it. But what has them messed up is feminism has, in a sense, poisoned their brain to think, oh, okay, you can do what a man does. Yes, they can, but for some women to get in the military had to lessen down the requirements for women to get in. So we're not.
It's already defeating the purpose.
Exactly.
It's already defeating it. I just don't understand it.
We're not equal. Like if we were equal, you will be able to. We wouldn't have to lower the standards for you. You wouldn't have to do girl push-ups. You would just do regular push-ups. But they don't understand that, and it gets to the point where it's just sickening because these women are so delusional. They're like, oh well, I don't need a man, this and that, and then they expect a man to take care of their 3 kids from 3 different baby daddies, and they think they're the prize when they're a single mother. Like, I'm sorry. A man that has his stuff together, a high value man, a man that has not only just money, but just like his head together, he knows like where he wants to go in his life, he's not going to want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry getting a little bit off topic, but it just goes to show you like the women of today, they just don't, for one, they don't know what they want. For one, they're delusional, and for 3, like I just don't know. At this point, I just don't know. I've seen it all. We have seen it all. You know what I'm saying? Social media has exposed how they really feel and what their true intentions are, and we're just here to witness it. So, yeah, man.
I mean, it really does depend in the field you work, really, because I've seen an awful lot of it in my workplace, really. I work as a martial arts instructor. I mainly teach kids from 11 to 16, although I am in the current process. I think it's been 2 years since I started, but I've been teaching adults. And because of my size, I'm like 5'5". An awful lot of people look at me as to say like, oh, well, you don't really have what it takes to be in that position. I've always had that my whole life where I've had people like look down upon me and stuff like that. But that's given me the drive to push myself forward, to better myself, and to prove people wrong in a certain sense. That's what, in a certain sense, what men need really to bolster them and to give them that fight. That's something what women unfortunately don't have. Some of them do, but some of them just don't have that grit in them to push forward with it, really.
Exactly.
It's like there was one instance actually where I was training this young woman. She was like what was 18, 19 at the time, something like that. There have been techniques where I study a form of jiu-jitsu mixed with taijutsu, which is mainly fist fighting, close quarters, so on and so forth. So I'm of course very close to the woman. I'm having to grasp her in certain situations, and I have the other teachers in my ear basically saying, all right, you need to go slow, you need to do this and that. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just going to throw her on her ass. If she could defend herself, she's going to defend herself. If I'm a murderer or a burglar, I'm not going to say, excuse me, miss, can I throw you on your ass? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw you on your head and you're going to protect yourself. Of course, I've told her how to break fall, how to get out of it, so on and so forth. But then I'm going to say to her, I'm going to go in stages. I'm going to go 10%. Just tell me at any point when you don't feel comfortable with this. Stubborn as fuck. I've gone to 50%, nearly splitting her head open because she's literally crumpled her fingers trying to stop herself from falling on the mat. I then said to her, you're doing it wrong. She won't listen. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to give you the real thing now. I basically hip tossed her. She landed square on her back. She stayed there for about 5 minutes with a little smirk on her face. And I thought to myself, why are you smirking? And she said, this is a dream of mine. I'm like, what do you mean a dream of yours? There are some crazy masochistic women that will join these gyms just to be manhandled like that. And then they will later go on to say that it was sexual harassment. And there have been cases like that where some of our staff has been called that, but obviously there's not been proof because we've always had cameras around because of that reason. And we have the checks and stuff like that. So it's just really unneeded, really, when that stuff happens.
Dude, man, I've heard about instances like that where people that are training, like they try to train women in MMA and stuff like that, and they have to put them in certain situations where they have to grapple them and touch them in certain areas.
Yeah,
they will say that it is sexual harassment and stuff like that, and it goes to show you, like, she said she pretty much liked that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of inappropriate because that kind of puts you in a rough position because you're a man. You're just like, well, you can't necessarily say anything bad because then she can say, oh, he said he liked it too. So like you just kind of have to sit there and it's kind of awkward, you know what I'm saying? Because you're just trying to teach her. You're there for money. You're not trying to cop a fail or anything like that. You're
Yeah.
just simply trying to be her instructor, her leader, and her teacher. Simple as that.
That is really the best way to do things, really, because if you
Mm-hmm.
show like favoritism between your students, then it becomes obvious to the other students. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
have 6 to 11-year-olds where I teach them, go safe with each other, but don't hold back, because they need to learn that there is danger in what they do. But we also teach the children about how to better themselves and to take care of others, even though they are defending themselves in a certain sense. But it's not favoritism to the point where we allow the boys to just outright destroy the girls, even though that could happen. We do say, have some restraint. But with the women, we don't say go all out. We say do the same, show care to your partner, basically. We don't just, you've seen videos where it's like boys versus girls,
Yeah.
where you always hear like cheering against the boys. But when the boys start to rally, there's like very little cheering in a certain sense. I just think to myself, what poor young boy has to grow up never getting the moral support that he needs to basically like do a test, do a sport in a certain sense. And sorry to go off topic, but that's another thing about Western society, mainly in America, where some schools teach children, like they give them a fantasy of being
Mm-hmm.
like the next LeBron James or the next Michael Jordan in a certain sense, where you can dream whatever you want, you could be whatever you want if you dreamed it hard. No, that is not how the world works. If you have the intellect, you can be a doctor, you can be a nurse, you can work in the STEM field, you can do anything if you put your mind to it, if you put the work into it. But there are only so many people that can do what, say, LeBron James does, or what Steph Curry does in a certain sense.
Mm-hmm.
You will not have another Steph Curry maybe in the next 5 or 6 years. I mean, I'm not up to date on the roster, but that is normally how things go. You will not have like a unique sportsman because it's a very hard thing to do. These men are at the top of their game, and for a good reason. They've
Yup.
worked hard to get that position. And it's the same thing with these children. You can't just drip feed them dreams and hope that it's going to happen. You have to say, you have to bleed, you have to sweat, you have to put in the work for it, or it's just not going to work.
And yeah, bro, that's true because not a lot of people. I think it's like 1% of people make it to the NBA, NFL. So yeah, man. Listen, I'm not trying to kill anybody's dreams. Not saying that it can't be you, but to get there, you have to put in a lot of work, man. It's not easy because even when I was a kid, I was like, man, I want to be in the NFL because I played football. I played football for like 10, 12 years
Yep, rugby.
growing up.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? I was good, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, I want to be an NFL player, you know? It's not easy. And not every kid is going to make it. That's why you gotta kind of be realistic with yourself. You know, even with this YouTube thing, like I've been doing YouTube for a long time, and it took me 7 years in the making to actually find like my purpose and doing something that's fulfilling, like helping men out. Because I always wanted to help people. I just didn't know in what sense, in what way I would be helping people. And I'm here, you know. I got shout out to the 9 viewers in the chat. I got you, Wolf Song. You know what I'm saying? One of my first day one loyal supporters. I got a bunch of people in the chat. Betamel Police, Captain Ultra, the homie Brandon, Joshua. I don't know if he's here right now, but yeah, man, it's crazy. Like men really don't get the support that they need. Women are way more supported than men. You know, a woman and a man can do accomplish the same thing, and the woman will get more praise simply just because she's a woman, and
The thing
that's
is
not
that,
how it should be.
sorry to interrupt, but
Go
with
ahead.
men, really, when it comes to praise, it's something that we're not acquired to in a certain sense. But that's the good thing. You've
Mm-hmm.
basically chose to do something that you might not even get heard of in a certain sense. But that in itself is honorable, because what you've done is basically made a platform for men to come and talk about these issues, even though they might either be minute or they're not heard about. It's still a thing that you've done, and we're all very proud to hear of that you've done. Basically, we all appreciate what you've done for the community in the manosphere in a certain sense.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man. I never thought I would have even like 2 people watching me live, or even like 100 or 1,000 people watching my videos every week. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but I do this for y'all. You know, And there's a lot of young men that still need help and saving, especially young women too. I'm here to help young women as well, as long as they want to listen and hear us out and not call us misogynistic or toxic as soon as we say something that disagrees with their opinions and their views. But yeah, man, I do this for the masculine gang. I do this for all the young men that are out there simping and not knowing their value. But yeah, Will Song, man, you got anything else you want to say, man? You can keep on talking, bro. You're doing great, bro. You're actually speaking a lot of facts, bro.
I mean, it's simply just bringing logic into a very fucked up world at the moment, really. It's something men have always been good at, really, yet it's just something that's been overlooked, really, in a certain sense. There are certain situations where, men need to show emotion, mainly for their own health, in a certain sense. And that's what I like to talk about with suicide rates, really, is that they are at a high, like, never have seen before. And we've somehow gone past the Great Depression, but 10 times it in a certain sense. And I just think to myself, I don't know if it's mainly because of the gender gap between the two genders, like the war that's going on at the moment between them, or if it's or if it's political in a certain sense. Although I can definitely say that there are some issues with that, but yeah, most of it is mainly due to the lack of spotlight some guys get, really. Because even though there are certain health groups that help with men's health issues, they are either not taken seriously or there's just not enough of them. It's like, I only heard recently that there was a charity for men in the form of the Movember movement. But the problem with the Movember movement is that it's so secretive. Like, the fact that it took me like nearly 27 years of my life to even learn about this charity, it's such a surprise. And
You
by
said
that time,
You said the November charity. What is that about?
that was 19th of November, I believe. I think it's something to do with either checking yourself, like prostate and balls, so on and so forth, for cancer, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I see charities for women constantly. I mean, it's understandable because of how much we've put them down, but it comes to an over excess where we've just switched it over its head. It's no longer about equality; it's about superiority with the women. So, when
Facts.
in all the attention, it's like with Loose Women, like that TV show where they just talk about small instances of men's issues, but it's kind of like with a remark, in a certain sense, like a backhanded compliment. And I think to myself, why these men go on these shows to tell their stories just to be mocked? It's absolutely disgusting. You wouldn't do this to a woman after, like, say she's been sexually abused, and then you like make a backhanded comment about it. You just wouldn't do it. It's disrespectful. So that's kind of what I'd like for our community to kind of break out of. Like, it's not something that we should really care about, because at the end of the day, if someone tells you like, oh, I'll go kill yourself, like, so don't take that seriously. It's just some arsehole put his ways onto you, in a certain sense. But it's gotten to the point where it's so loud that in our society, where we have way too many simps, too many snowflakes, in a certain sense, where it starts to put doubt on their minds that maybe there is something wrong with me. And that is the problem with some young boys, is that they think they're doing something wrong when it's been years and years of wrong educational systems teaching children. Like, fucking hell, when I was a young kid, I barely had any sex education. Like, it's surprising how little sex education you get as a kid. And people are wondering why teen pregnancies are at an all high in certain parts of the UK and Australia and so on and so forth.
Facts, bro.
Unbelievable, really.
Yeah, man. I remember sex ed. I was like 7th grade in high school. It was more about like STDs and like what you can catch, not like, okay, safe practices. Like, okay, use a condom. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I don't even hear about really birth control like that for even the woman. But even birth control only works for, I mean, it's 99.9% accurate, whatever, but there's still 1% chance you can get pregnant, and then, like, I don't know, man, like the whole birth control thing and like the plan B, and then, the other way where they can just go to the doctor, which I'm not going to say. I'm talking about. It's just an excuse for a woman to be promiscuous, It's just like, there's just like no accountability. Like, could you imagine like you get a woman pregnant, and then as a man, the government says, okay, yeah, you can just say, okay, I don't want to be a father, and then not be legally obligated to that baby, not have to pay any child support to the mother. Like, could you imagine if a man can do that? But then they say, oh, men and women are equal. No, Obviously not, man. They can literally just walk away from the situation, and then society will be like, "Oh, she's a strong mother," or "Oh, she was going through something." She will listen. They will find a way to praise the woman, no matter how bad she does. It doesn't matter. She does no evil. You know what I'm saying? She's an angel. She could be a succubus, stockubus spirit, a demon, serpent, sucking demon. You know what I'm saying? Stealing sperm and creating babies and taking men for child support. But they will still find a way to say, "Oh, she's a loving mother. She cares about her kids." Bro, like, let's keep it a buck. Most of these single moms, they really don't care about their kids.
Oh yeah, it does seem that way these days.
And it's sad, bro. Like how, like, I couldn't imagine like bringing another life into this world and only caring about the money from it, the money that I gain from it. Like, that's some evil stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's some real evil stuff, bro. Like, I don't think a man can do that. Like, that's just not in our nature, bro.
It's like what I said on not the last stream. Apologize for missing that one. I had to go to the hospital for some checkups and stuff like that.
Oh, you good, man.
But with the previous one, where what was it again? Where we were talking about like accountability in a certain sense, where women can basically say, you know, "Oh, I've basically took some sperm from a sperm bank, but now I'm basically liable to take that man for every penny that he has, basically, even though that man has never even met this woman." And then here I'm thinking to myself, that has got to be the most ludicrous, most bonkers fucking thing that would only come out of the bottom end of a bleeming ogre's ass. But that is still a legal documentation to this day. It's probably been something that was made up like in the 60s or something, because that was the thing back then, was that men had to take care of the house, the women and the children. That was his job, to provide. But now it's gotten to the point where now it's a stigma where we're only seen as providers, not as human beings. And with women, they are allowed to do as they please because, oh, we've stepped on them for the past 1900 years. So now we're going to let them reign for a little bit just to see what hell that can bring. But that is the whole point of politics, really, and the government where it comes to this, because people don't know, natural selection is a thing and culling is a thing as well. And this comes into kind of a bonkers theory, but I like to think that they've allowed this to happen so certain riots can happen, anger ensues, and then what comes out of anger? There's action, and with action comes bad things, basically. It's like with the riots after the Black Lives Matters movements, basically. It did some good, but I feel for the wrong reasons. Yeah. And I don't mean to insult anyone who is of African American race and all that, but when it came to, I don't know your thoughts on it, but with the whole martyr thing with that fella, what was his, George Floyd?
George Floyd, yeah.
With him, it's not the fact that he was a black man that I had a problem with. It was the fact that he held a woman at gunpoint, a pregnant woman at gunpoint. People tend to forget that this man was a criminal. I'm not saying that all criminals were forgivable. There are some that do deserve forgiveness. But the fact that, you know, he shouldn't have been murdered. I know that much. He should not have been murdered. He should.
He should not have lost his life. But I see what you're saying. He was a criminal. Yeah, he was. He had a
held as a martyr. That's all. There are so many wonderful men and women that have been affected by racism in America, and it's absolutely fucking disgusting. But the fact that he was the martyr for it, it kind of like shits on, you know, your ethnic group and your community, basically. And I just don't understand how you can allow something like that to happen, really. It's like with white people. If we like made General Custer a hero, even though he was a fucking racist arsehole who killed nearly quite a few Native Americans in his time, we'd be seen as the shit on the earth. And we have been for the longest time. Yet people kind of put under the rug of like the things that we've tried to clean up. There has been anti-slavements in the 18th century that we tried to clean up in a certain sense. There have been certain issues about that we've tried to endure, but hate is so strong that it can overdo the good things we do in our lives, really, in a certain sense. And I just really find it upsetting, because when I did see that clip where George was being knelt on by the copper, he was begging and pleading for his life. That I do not agree with. Obviously, they should have just arrested him and so on and so forth.
Exactly. That's all it should have been. Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't understand why he should have been held as a martyr. I just don't think it should be all one side good and one side bad in a certain sense. There should be some gray in that area where you can question like whether or not if that person should be held as a martyr or if he should be held accountable in a certain sense. Obviously, George should not have died, but obviously should not have been held as a hero either. It's
Yeah,
just insane.
man, because it gave George just said in the chat, it gave people a reason to riot and gave people a reason to incite violence. And and that's why I don't agree with the Black Lives Matter movement. Is because when they went out there and riot, you know, I'm not saying they should have destroyed white people's businesses, because it's not all white people's fault. Not every white person is a racist, or a person that's not of color is a racist, right? But they went to black communities, black owned businesses, and they destroyed their own community. like Martin Luther King, if he was still alive till this day, he would not agree with violence. Violence with a violence, fire with fire does not help. You just make the fire bigger. And that's what they did. They literally destroyed their own businesses. They that solved nothing. It did absolutely nothing. I get it. I get that you're frustrated and stuff like that, but that's not a proper way to do things, you know? And I know peaceful protesting isn't the most, I mean, it works, but I know it's not the most feeling good thing, but like destroying your own community, that's backwards. And that's where I definitely don't agree with the Black Lives Matter movement.
Sorry, go on.
And the thing is, most people don't know, Black Lives Matter movement is funded by the CEO is white people.
Yeah.
And you have to look part of the color flag community.
Yeah.
So
didn't the founder step down as well, ironically, didn't she?
Ironically. Yeah. And it's crazy, like, where's that money going? Like, people donate to the Black Lives Matter organization. Where's that money going?
It's certainly going into the most people.
Exactly. It's not going back to the black community. Oh. It's not. It's going to the white people that own it. That's why they got Black Lives Matter. Like, remember, I don't know if you watch like American NBA basketball, but they have Black Lives Matter logos all over the like they were like pretty much sponsored by Black Lives Matter. They had T-shirts, had the logos on the court. Like, come on, bro. Like, really? Some people this is the thing. This is bigger than just female nature. The real pill. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand everything. You got to see everything for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Including the government, woman, your things that your father taught you, your mother. You know what I'm saying? Your family. Most of the stuff is lies, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had to rewrite my whole brain, my whole thinking, bro. It's hard. It's tough, and that's why most men, they can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, most men off themselves because it's just too much.
It's kind of the same thing, really, when it's like they don't teach you about race because it's something that you shouldn't even bring into fact, really. The only thing you want to learn about someone of another ethnic group is their name, their age, where they're from, their story. That is it. I don't need to know why you're black, why you're white, why you're Asian. Like, that doesn't fucking matter. What matters is the person who you were when you were born and who you are now and the day you die, in a certain sense.
Exactly.
And that is something that I really don't understand with certain ethnic groups, is that with minorities, I find it quite upsetting, really, how there's so much support for ethnic groups, like for minorities, and like what's going on in America now with the whole Asian hate thing at the moment. It's just from one thing to another. If it's not about gender, it's about ethnics, and it's just, I don't understand why there needs to be
it's a war, bro. It is honestly, bro, they're trying to, it's all a distraction. They're trying to create a race war. They're trying to, because at first, like, I mean, we're kind of coming together, you know what I'm saying, as races, but like, bro, at the end of the day, we all bleed the same color, blood. We all bleed red, you know what I'm saying? And This is all a distraction. That's what they want. That's why, like, the main reason why Biden won, let's keep it a buck, it was good, necessarily good, versus evil. That's what the media portrayed to it. That's it. People decided you either go with good or you go with evil. Now, both sides are no, who cares? Like, both sides are equally bad. Let's keep it a buck.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I really don't even care about politics. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they promise one thing, they get into the office, they do a whole complete other thing. That's all about agendas. That's what it is agendas. But go ahead.
It's like with the whole Trump and Biden thing, it was either you're a misogynistic or you agree with pedophilia in a certain sense, and that's what the whole.
Exactly.
So it's like, what do
Exactly.
I do? Like, I'm between a rock and a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an
Yeah,
unfortunate
bro.
situation, and you can't
Yeah.
not vote because then you think, oh, I have no say. But then your say is shit because you're in a shit situation. Why do they put that choice to democracy when there is no democracy in a certain sense? It's
Mm-hmm.
just unbelievable.
And let's keep it real, bro. Like, honestly, love or hate Trump, in the 21 years of me being alive, that is probably the most masculine figure I've ever seen
Oh, he's
as
very
a
honest.
president.
Sure,
As a
very honest.
president, and he's very honest, and he's a pretty much a representation of masculinity. You could say toxic masculinity. That's what the feminists would say.
Yeah.
Like he kept it real. Now listen, love her or hate him, that is the most literally blatantly honest, masculine. I don't care what you think. I'ma say what I feel. And listen, that just goes to show you that masculinity is needed in this world, and masculinity is on the decline. Because
Mm.
that man, he kept it real. He kept it a buck. So George said all ethnic backgrounds are just getting used. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, bro, here, you know what I'm saying? Here in Cali, right? Because that's where I live, right? um the gas prices all over US are skyrocket ever since
Yeah.
Biden got in the office, and people are like, oh my god, the gas prices and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, if Trump was in office, this wouldn't be a thing. Biden has his agenda. Like I said, he already spent billions of dollars since he got in. He's signing like all these, bro. It's crazy. It's
An awful
crazy.
lot of people are blaming it on COVID in a certain sense with how
Mm-hmm.
things, like shops have been shut for a reason, so our economy can die down. So then that way, when the burst happens, people overbuy, and then our currency as a country then rises, even though we then have to suffer like maybe a year or two without certain things. So
Yeah.
we then become poor for that certain amount. It just made me laugh that Britain went from one of the richest countries in the world to one of the lowest just
Mm.
because of us not shopping for like 1 week. And then I think to myself, so you can basically make a country just spam buy everything. It raises the currency. Then you think, oh, I wonder what else I can make them do. Maybe I can make them fight each other. Like it's like a whole chess game that we're not seeing, and that's the whole sheep mentality of things. I do this on the daily where I walk out in the middle of the road and I see who follows me. Then I think
Mm-hmm.
you're a sheep, because there is always that case. If one person walks, another will follow you in a certain sense.
Facts.
And unfortunately, with that, it's more prominent in the government than it is anywhere else, really. And I think that's where we need to have a discussion and action on what to do with our government. With UK, we have a monarchy, of course. It's coming up to the platinum jubilee for the Queen at the moment after her long partner died, unfortunately. But I just kind of make it funny how they make it all about her when the country behind her is great. I feel like Great Britain hasn't been Great Britain for the longest time. We've basically, yes, we have done some fucked up things, but what country hasn't? Everyone's
Mm-hmm.
going to have their darkest moments, but then we have our light moments. We've birthed something great out of it. We have a commonwealth. We have neighbor countries who might not look on us very nicely, but we have tried in the many years to come to allow in refugees for help. We have an NHS system that unfortunately is crumbling at its feet, where, our fucking politicians just like to use the poor people who work in the NHS like they're fucking robots. They're not. They're humans. They have lives. And what really pissed me off is that during the whole COVID thing, we had them working 24/7, saving people's lives whilst they were losing their lives in the process. And all we gave them was a 1% fucking benefit and claps for celebration. That's fucking disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting
Wow.
that these people are saving people at the behest of their own lives and their own family just to be treated like that. It's
Yeah,
absolutely.
man, it's crazy. So George said the woke CIA and woke armed forces are now a joke, and then he said that all ethnic backgrounds are getting used. Yeah, we're getting exploited for pretty much money. Like, white people are exploiting ethnic groups for money,
Yep.
clout, and this this attention, bro. It's crazy, man. Like that's how I couldn't really at first. Like I was like Black Lives Matter, like oh yeah, Black Lives Matter, stuff like that, and I was with it until you dig down deeper because like you said, most people are sheep. You know what I'm saying? You walk, they'll start. One person is gonna start following you. You
Mm.
know, a lot of people they don't go deep down and actually do research and figure out okay, what is this
Yeah.
organization about? What is this person about? They just believe anything, and that
Yeah.
just
And
goes
believe it.
and that just
It's
goes back to our women, like they're hive minded. That's why like these feminists would say one thing on like a talk show or the real or something like that, and they'll follow it. They're like, go have a side man or go cheat on your man. Okay, she said it's okay, so I'll go do it. That's how
mm,
they think. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, guys, listen. Hit the super chat. You know what I'm saying? My brother Wolfsong is speaking facts. I brought my brother Wolfsong on here. You know what I'm saying? He's straight from the UK. The masculinity gang is
represent.
global. We're global, bro. Like I'm trying to get everybody from all around the world. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we're all brothers at the end of the day. We're fighting the same fight. He's fighting the same fight we're fighting in the United States right now.
Mm.
So Wolfsong, bro, can you describe how the women are in the UK? Like how do they operate? Are they like kind of like city girls, or like are they thoughts, or are they kind of more feminized? Real soft, feminine. Like, can you describe that for us?
Do you have the time for it?
Yeah, bro. Hey, I think this Zoom session lasts like 40 minutes. So I mean, I
Right.
think so. I don't know how much longer we got, but go ahead.
Well, I can definitely say that we have quite the mannish type of woman. They're very masculine in a certain sense.
Oh
In
man.
they're very prideful. I wouldn't say they have as much attitude. It's not like, yes, queen, like you do over in America.
Uh
But
huh.
yeah, it's like you probably haven't heard the term chav or anything, but it's a type of thing that we have for
You said
Londoners.
Chad.
Chav, sorry. It's
Oh.
kind of a quote that we give to people that are quite urban in a certain sense. They're very down on their luck. They're very poor in a certain sense, and they dress, kind of like very I don't know, like very like jogging bottoms in a certain sense with like crappy looking hats and stuff like that. They kind of act kind of doggish in a certain sense, and it's like they don't care about how they look, how they present themselves, how where they're going in life in a certain sense, and it's quite upsetting really because we have quite a few communities that bolster women to be within the workforce, within certain jobs, for marriage and so on and so forth, to have children.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they don't take the effective help that they do really in a certain sense. But then you can only offer so much help before it becomes ludicrous in a certain sense. With women in the UK, though, I can only say off of experience from what I've experienced, really. Not all our women are bad. Some of them are very sweet. I've met quite a few lovely girls. I'd rather have women as friends than I would as a partner, because at least with women, if you're their friend, they can be honest, but they do teach you some things. I've lived in a house with women. I've had to grow up with two sisters. One of them who has a family, very lovely girl. The other one is an alcoholic, a drug taker, and it really just makes me think to myself, wow, I've really seen like the good and the bad at the same time, and it's given
Mm-hmm.
me the opportunity to look on an outward scale of how women work in this country and around the world, basically. Which is, I'm kind of thankful for certain countries that haven't been like shown Western society in a certain sense, because it's a very raw deal
Yeah,
for
bro. Mm-hmm.
both sides, really. Because if you just glutton yourself on too much stuff that makes you feel good, you then no longer feel that need, that want to fight for it and never work hard to obtain it. It doesn't feel great if I just give you a cake to eat, basically. You have to, you get, I don't know what it is, you have like that feeling of accomplishment when you bake it and then you eat it, because I work my hardest on it. So you think it would be the same for women, but unfortunately, they have that power. It's like they did this test on Mythbusters, a very old American show. Absolutely love that group of cast members where they just do certain myths. They try to bust them and stuff like that. They did this one with a table, I believe. They
Mm-hmm.
had a big table and a little table. They had kids go to the big table and they said to them, all right, you can have a sweet, but only I'll give you one sweet now. You can have one sweet if you wait for about a second. I need to go out and grab something. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to have the sweet, and I can give you another one. Or you can press this big red button, and you can have as many sweets as you want. But there's going to be a punishment in it for you. The kids at the bigger table prefer to hit the button because they have that extra feeling of empowerment because they're at a big table. They feel quite big. They feel confident. But with a little table, it kind of encloses them. So they think, oh, like it kind of gives them that feel of like, I don't want to go outside of this circle. There are some good and bads within that. You know, you don't want a kid to be too closed off, but then you don't want a kid to be too overconfident in a certain sense.
Mm-hmm.
So they were testing if that had something to do, like if a power dynamic worked with children, and it did because of the reward system. Most people will work hard, but because we work for money, we work to live. We have to work for a reward, basically. And that is kind of another form of control in a certain sense, which is why you are probably better off when society dive bombs. You want to learn how to fix a car, get yourself a bus, do it up like a house, go out, and you can just travel all around the country or wherever you are, basically. You are then self-sufficient. You can travel. You have shelter in a certain sense. It's best to learn things that can benefit you as a person, mainly for survivability, not just for things that can help you with society in a certain sense. And I feel like that's something an awful lot of women lack, really, is that need to like really provide for themselves. But if they do, it's just for the money.
Yeah,
That's really
man, because like that's the thing. Like even if like a rich man gets with a rich woman, that rich woman will never like she never wants to spend her own money. She will always want to spend the man's money. You know, women never really like even like black women in the black community, like once they like make it to a certain point, like they get a degree, they get a high job, they never like bring in brothers, you know what I'm saying, brothers like me to like, you know, like put me on to the job and stuff, but they never really like give back to the community in a sense. Because like a lot of women, they're selfish by nature, excuse me. Um, but yeah, man, it's that's true. And no matter how independent these women are, they always want to still take a man's money. They always want to take your attention. They always want to waste your time. That's what, you know. I forgot who said it, but some guy has said women are really they're time wasters. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, a lot of them will try to waste your time. A lot of them will try to take your energy, your
they're a pleasant
resources.
distraction mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, and that's the thing. Like you said, you have friends and stuff like that. Now, with me being friends with a woman, you know what I'm saying? If I'm benefiting, like if it's friends with benefits, like having like intercourse and stuff like that, that's cool. I really don't want to necessarily be friends with a woman because I think women really benefit from a friendship more than a man does. The man is
Understand.
always at a disadvantage because most of the time, and a lot of men won't be honest with themselves. A lot of these men that are in these friendships with these so-called best friends, they want to sleep with them.
Mm.
But a lot of men won't admit that because once a lot of men are scared to show their true intentions to a woman because if you do, then that woman, if they know deep down inside that that woman is not attracted to them, they're not going to say it because if they do, then it's over. So the
Yeah.
girl's like, "Oh, you want to sleep with me now? Oh, I don't think we should be friends. This and that." So all these guys, they stay in the friend zone for years until she finally takes you off the back burner. She's done with the outfit, and now she wants a nice guy, and that's why. That, to be honest, that's another reason why the divorce rate is so high because these guys are really not desired by these women. They weren't their first choice. So why would she respect the guy that wasn't the first choice? He was the last choice. He was the plan, not even the plan C. He was the plan F. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The interesting thing with it though is with relationships and friendships is that you notice that I don't know if it's the same thing in the USA, but in the UK there is kind of a type of group where you'll always have maybe one or two or three women, and there's always one gay fella with them. And I think to myself, how easy would it be to give that air of a gay man just to infiltrate a woman's group? And it has been
Mm-hmm.
proven it can be done. And I just think to myself, like how silly and stupid it is, but then how simple it is. Because I live in Brighton, which is basically the gay capital of the world. I'm not gay myself, I'm straight, I like my women, but obviously
Mm-hmm.
not like anymore to the point where, you know, there has to be a change before I could commit myself to a woman and a relationship. But the fact that it is so easy for men to just put on that type of voice where you could just be gay in a certain sense and just move on to the, you know, you could be this and that. Basically, it's so easy.
Yeah.
Women can do the same thing, but they don't see that men can be tricksters as well. Like, I don't know if you saw the meme where the guy basically tries to go up to his female friends and say, I've never seen female boobs before. They kind of grossed me out. I just never knew what they like. And then she just shows him. And then he excuses himself to the bathroom and he tells his friends on Twitter, he's like, oh my God, I actually made her do it. I can't believe it. But, and then I think to myself, how scummy that is. But then I then look at what women do, where it's like, oh, I'll just cheat on my man's best friends just to show how disloyal his best friend is. And that is another thing where our boys are so thirsty that they're willing to just give up on that friendship for a bit of puss, that one bit of pleasure. It's not needed. And it's not,
bro.
It's post-nut clarity. Once it's happened,
Dude,
like, oh shit, I'm done. That's it.
dude, post-nut clarity is actually a beautiful thing, man. Like you'll be like some men be so down bad, they be watching some adult film, right? You know, they be watching them porn, and then after they're done, they're just like, man, what did I just do? Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, we've all been there, man. You know what I'm saying? We be watching some stuff we shouldn't be watching. You know what I'm saying? We did it with a fat slob, Pillsbury Doughboy built ass woman, right? And then we're just like, man, was it even worth it? You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of men really need to do semen retention, because, man, fellas, listen, you're out here wasting your nut, you're wasting your energy, you're wasting your time, you're looking at pixels, you're pleasuring yourself to pixels. You know what I'm saying? You're giving that woman that validation without her even knowing you. You know what I'm saying, right? You're pretty much pedestalizing her in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh man, I just got to get one on. Like, bro, listen, just stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know it's hard because a lot of these women want to be lusted after. They want you to do that. They want you to waste your energy on them. They want you to waste their energy inside of them. But you got to get to a point where you stop lusting, and then you start to gain. That might be muscle, that might be knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because the lust is short term. That's why a man or a woman can never have enough sex. Like, there's never enough. There's never, you will never actually be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? It's an ongoing thing. But with your purpose, with your dreams, your goals, and like having hobbies, that's true fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? That is long lasting fulfillment. But lusting and having sex, and, you know what I'm saying, having sex with multiple women, having whoredom of women, like, listen, it's nice, but it's not everything. You know what I'm saying?
Like, sex for us is probably like a cake for a woman, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For sure. Like, it looks appetizing. It's not good for your gut, but my God, does it taste nice when you bite into it. It's the same with sex, really, basically, because I just think to myself, I'm in pain at the gym. I'm tearing muscles because that is my body showing the determination and the effort I'm putting in to change it for the better. It hurts. It hurts like a motherfucker. I know. Like, the first time I entered the gym, my legs were sore. Like, when I did calisthenics, I thought to myself, this is fucking torture. But I thought to myself, no, just push through it. I had about 2 weeks worth of training in it. I've been able to go longer. I've been able to do better. I'm on weights now. I'm working on my chest and my arms. And honestly, I've never felt better, because having my time wasted by a woman really wakes you up to the point of where you are slacking as a human being and as a person, basically. Imagine what you can be if you put your time into yourself rather than other people. And that is an unfortunate thing that our society, it teaches people not to be selfish enough. Like, you can be selfish to a degree, but not to the point where it's like not beneficial for you. But if society benefits from it, you know, that's okay. But if it's just you benefiting, then it's like, oh no, can't have that. You know, you got to give something back in a certain sense. So when I think of being selfish, it's self-care, emotional support for yourself and others that care about you, that truly care about you. I can only name off of one hand the amount of friends that I've had over the years that I could just talk to. I haven't spoken to in years. I can just call them up, have a word, they'll have a word with me, and it will just be right as rain. Like, that is really, the one phone call you make to a friend can easily change your life or worsen it depending on the situation.
Yeah, bro. And
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, honestly, bro, it's hard being RP aware. Like, cause you might have some friends that are like, you know what I'm saying, bad in a sense, or they necessarily don't think the way you think. So you can't necessarily
yeah,
talk about certain things because there will be a disagreement. And that's
yeah,
why I'm glad I have this channel where, you know what I'm saying, we have like minded men to talk about
mm,
subjects. And you know, it's okay to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
yeah,
okay to have like blue pill friends and stuff like that. Not like
mm,
simps in a way, but you know what I'm saying. But like, you don't have to have everybody agree with you. It's okay to disagree. But as long as they kind of, you can kind of take something from, I guess, each side, and you can just kind of, you know what I'm saying, just kind of come together in a sense on one thing or a couple things. It's all good. You know,
mm,
you can't save every man. You know what I'm saying. You can't save every simp, especially an old simp. You definitely
yeah.
can't save an old simp. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So.
It's actually interesting. Like I look back on like the films and books that I've read as a red pilled man, and it's absolutely like completely mind breaking how things are so different. Like the
Mm-hmm.
Matrix becomes so prominent in your mind where you just think to yourself, how have I never seen this before? It's like I watch Titanic now and I think to myself, well, that's just a story about a woman talking about some good deeds she got on a boat. It's no longer about like the men and women that unfortunately lost their lives due to incompetence and bad planning from the sailors that tried to lead them from like the UK to America. It's now some stupid romantic story like about some bird that doesn't even exist or some guy that doesn't exist. I'm like, really? Why do you have to romanticize a
Mm-hmm.
tragedy? It's no longer needed. We're not in Shakespearean times for a reason. And then I see things like um, action hero films, and I think to myself, like, if you're a DC or Marvel fan, I mean, I'm not really one because, you know, I look at it and I think to myself, there's more wokeness in that community than anywhere else. Yet you see certain things like in anime becoming more predominant because it focuses on more um, humanal things. Like with, you might not have heard of Redo a Healer, but I've done some studies on
Mm-hmm.
it. And obviously, I had to watch it to do the studies on it for other reasons, pervs. But with that, I kind of I like the male characters that are thought slayers, you know, the ones that just say no to women, because you see this so much. You see yes men, simps in anime, but then there are those odd little gems of men that are like, nope, don't want to hear that. And I think to myself, that is so fucking true. And it's like with
Yeah.
Konosuba, with that guy, he was so fucking gender equalic that I thought to myself, this is the guy that we need to push through for people to understand what men like have to go through on a daily thing, really. And I know it's played
Mm-hmm.
off for jokes, but those truths are in the jokes in a certain sense, even though it's played off for jokes. But it's just hysterical how in like DC you can have someone like Captain Marvel that's like the most masculine, like feminism fucking lesbian there is, yet be on the same level as Thanos. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck off. Thanos would snap you just like that, like he did with
Exactly.
fucking Iron Man and the others. Sorry, that's just how it is.
It is, bro. It's crazy. Like they're adding all these like female like you know superheroes and stuff like that, and they got them fighting men and stuff like that. I mean, let's keep it real. I find the only one that can necessarily keep up will probably be Wonder Woman because she's actually is pretty strong. But
Mm,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and that's happening a lot. They're like, oh, you know, men and women are equal. A man, you know, a woman can just go fight a man. They're like, no, bro, listen. It doesn't matter. Even if I was super scrawny, you know what I'm saying, I'm not in the best shape, I can still, you know what I'm saying, defend myself against 90% of these women. That's
mm.
just how it is. I'm biologically, men are biologically stronger than women. I don't understand where this, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't have, like why do you even want to beat up on a man anyway?
Sorry,
All right.
the light on. My bad.
Are you good? You good? Wilson? Okay, I see that posters in the background. You know what I'm saying? Check out my brother Wilson. He got the Yoda poster. You know what I'm saying? Check it out, chat. Got the
Me,
dog
it's
poster.
you.
Yeah, bro. See, you got a little
That right
man
there in
cave
the top
going.
left corner is the 25th anniversary. I went to the Jurassic Park in concert. Best day of my life. My God, I was in the front row seat of the orchestra. I felt my childhood coming back to me again. It was fucking
What? Yeah, that sounds pretty lit,
great.
bro. But yeah, man,
It's
bro,
great,
this has
man.
been great, bro. We've been live for about let's see, an hour and 41 minutes. I don't know. This Zoom might be ending soon. But yeah, bro, if anybody else wants to come on, you're welcome to come on. I'll put it in the chat. Let me see if I still got a copy. Is that it? Yeah, I think that is it. So you can join the live, you know what I'm saying? Wolf Song, he's pretty much, he shared his story. We've been, you know what I'm saying, we've been talking. This is called at first I was gonna name this show I believe it was gonna name it The Manosphere Speaks. Hollywood has ruined a good portion of movies, then blame men for why movies aren't watched by many. Exactly. Bro, Hollywood, man, it's been infiltrated by feminists.
It's all about the money.
It's all about money and agendas.
It's like with the James Bond thing going on at the moment. Like, I honestly thought for the longest time that we need a black figure in the James Bond community. Like James Bond is like one of our like greatest icons, even though he's fictional. I would have gone for someone like Idris Elba. Idris Elba is
Facts.
from yes, thank you, because he is so brilliant as an actor. He's so underestimated in his roles that he does, yet he's got that suave, sexy look of James Bond. But then they bring in a female, and I think not as a supporting character, not as someone like that's a protege to him, but as the actual James Bond, where it's gotten to the point where I just start calling her Jamie Bond at this point, because it's no longer James Bond, even though they try to say, oh yeah, James, he'll come back in like a year or two. No, you did the same thing with Doctor Who by putting Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, even though the story states that it's actually an alternate reality. So even then, they have to make up a story for why the Doctor is now female. And that is why the story then sucks, because it's like, it's not chronological, it's not accurate. So it's bullshit. It's just, and then you put so much shit on Jodie Whittaker because she's a very good actress, but she's been put in such a horrid role that it just makes her performance not like shined upon, even though she's a good actress. And that's just so unfortunate with this new actress, because she now has a mantle to fill of many other failed women that have to take over a male like dominated genre. But the reason why it's so well watched is because women like to lust over James Bond. They like the arsehole. They like the super suave British agent. Once you take that away, no one's going to watch it. And what fucking self-righteous loving man is going to watch some bloody woman beating the shit out of every single guy that comes their way? That ain't going to happen.
And you know what's crazy too, Wolf Song? That has happened to a lot of movies that were predominantly men. A lot of women, they remix it. They remix it and they throw a bunch of women in the cast. And then that just makes the movie terrible. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's hard for a woman to really play a role as a man. And see, this is the thing. This is the agenda. They want women to be men. You know what I'm saying? And they want men to act like females. That's the agenda right there. Because they wouldn't do that. They would they wouldn't remix James Bond and put a woman in it, right? They would just make their own thing. They would just make up their own woman type of not superhero, but like suave woman that's, you know, out here, you know, killing people and stuff like that in the movie. Action movie. They wouldn't have to remix something that is predominantly popular. Simple as that, bro.
It's also quite upsetting to see some YouTubers come under fire as well for certain stuff like that, because I watch Altiori a couple of times. Bless her, she's a very lovely girl, and she Altiori, I believe, and she does an awful lot of like Godzilla vs Kong stuff, but there are some occasions where she touches up on some bullshit that society goes through, like the 6 p.m. rule that was over in the UK for a time being. The murder with this young, poor, unfortunate woman. And she calls out on their bullshit. And I just think to myself, like, then I scroll for the comments, and then I say, oh, another pick me girl, another pick me girl. And I'm just like, guys, stop. There are some women that actually do care, like, even though they might not seem like that. I do know a few pick me girls, but it is hard to discern between them. You have to like really read between the lines between a pick me girl and someone who actually does care about fucking equality. You know, it's and that comes back to the whole feminism thing. I don't want McTell and Red Pill to go the same way feminism has, where it's just like how incels are today. Basically, that pisses me off the most, is that they compare McTell and Red Pill to incels.
Oh my god, that's such a misunderstanding. That's why our community gets hated, because they think that, you know what I'm saying, MGTOW and the Red Pill community are literally hate women. Like, no. That is the incel community. for the most part. That's what they do. We don't hate women. We understand them and we adjust and we adapt. That's why these communities get so censored by YouTube, because they're misinterpreted.
Yep.
100%. That's not our message. That's never been our message ever.
An awful lot of women are calling us out on this because we're calling them out on their bullshit. It's the fact that we're learning their games and using it against them is what they don't like. It's how easy it is to play a woman. Even though there are some people that still believe, pumping and dumping is a thing. You do you, whatever makes you feel good and all that. But then you have to realize that what a woman did to you to make you who you are, you're doing the exact same thing to them. I know it's hard. You have like that moment in war when you think, just killed a man. I've killed a man that has a family, he has children. But then you think there's a war going on. You can't think like that, because then when you think like that, you're then next on that list to be dead. But then you need to think to yourself, when does it stop? Like, when does the hate stop recycling in a certain sense? It's just unfortunate, really, and I would not like this to go this way, because this is the one thing men need to be able to vent, to better themselves, and to improve as, the species that we are, basically.
Exactly. And, I don't know if the RP is ever going to go mainstream in a sense. I don't want it to kind of, like you said, overtake like how feminism did, because I don't know, man. I'm kind of at a crossroads, because I know every man's not going to be able to be woke up. Simps are going to simp, especially in the old simp. You can't save every man. But at the same time, communities like this are needed. We need more men talk shows. We don't have men talk shows. All men have is podcasts. The only men talk show that we have that is popular, that is mainstream, is the Joe Rogan podcast. Let's keep it a buck. Joe Rogan keeps it 100. He doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how he does, because he has deals with Spotify and stuff like that. So I don't know how he, you know what I'm saying, can just speak freely.
It is amazing as well with Joe Rogan, because he's worked with some of the most corrupt dudes in the MMA business. Yeah. Like, when you think of Dana White, that is probably got to be on the top list of the most corrupt motherfuckers there is. Like, you have so many MMA fighters that had literally no chance of making a career out of themselves because they didn't make the right money, or they weren't winning the right fights, or they weren't the look that he was after. That's why I loved it when he failed with Ronda Rousey so much. When he put her on the magazine of Ring, when there were so many accomplished boxers like Nicola Adams, many other female boxers in a certain sense, she's more of a judoka. So she had no reason being a boxer. It didn't mean she couldn't learn to be a boxer, but the fact that they hyped her up so much. So then when she lost to Holly Holmes, the biggest smile came on my face, because I thought, that's another buck lost for Dana and another career ruined of this poor young unfortunate woman. Because she started out good. She was a very lovely woman. She wasn't like at that feministic point, but then she got into that point where she was so fucking full of herself that at the first step, at the first hurdle, she couldn't make it over. She went back in her hole and never came out of it again, and then ran away to the WWE. It's just like, they don't know how to do conflicts, unfortunately.
Exactly. So I got an article here from my brother George. He put it in the chat, and this goes back to the last video. I don't know if you're in the last live stream, Wolf, but this woman was saying like the RP community is like full of white supremacy. I don't know where this white supremacy is coming from. I don't know why, but she at first she was talking about like some guy in the some ex red pillar. He had left the red pill community, stuff like that. Talking about like, they generalize all women, blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden she started talking about white supremacy. I'm like, huh? Because I never heard that. Like, I don't know, where's this coming from? Like, that's just like another shaming tactic. But
like, I understand patriarchy, but the white supremacy, no one's been a white supremacist since 1910. Like, what the fuck? Like, not mainstream, at least. I kind of, back to the race thing again, it kind of makes me laugh whenever like people call me a fucking racist or some other shit like that, just to get me riled. It's kind of funny, really. Like, the one thing I don't like being called is a liar. Like, I used to have quite an anger management issue when I was a kid. Like, I would take on any kid when I was young, but I feel like my dad leaving me definitely taught me about buckling down, burying myself in a certain sense. But like, I can't stand it when others are being picked on. Like, there was this time when we had this one Nigerian kid in our class as, he was over to learn education in our school. I was brought up in a Catholic school, even though I'm not really religious in any way, shape, or form. It was just for the education and all that. Anyway, you know, being Catholics, they're very backwards in a certain sense, and yeah, he got picked on an awful lot. And there have been times when I've had to pull him out of scrapes where we've been in scrapes where we've literally been battered, bloodied, and all that. And honestly, I wouldn't change it for a bit, because if I'd have turned my back, then that would have been proving that I was what people were calling me in a certain sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though it's kind of looked down upon to be a white man in this day and age, that doesn't change the fact that I'm my own person. Like, no one should tell me that I'm a racist, because that is the furthest thing
Exactly.
I'll ever be in a certain sense. I decide who I am. I am the master of my fate, and I am the captain of my soul, and I will do and say whoever I please. I don't care to please no one. I do it for myself and those who I love, really. So that's it,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Yeah, man, it is, bro. It's hard to be a man in general. Like that's why I said like it's not even just like because I was thinking about black manosphere stuff like that. I'm about everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I'm gonna still talk for the black community, of course, because I can speak on that. I'm a black person. I really don't know too
mm.
much about white community, other communities, so I try to stay in my own lane. But when I was like, when I was like coming up with my channel and stuff like that, and like what I wanted to talk about, I was just thinking about like, you know what? Forget like RP, forget mental. It's all about masculinity. It's all
Mm.
about masculinity, gang. It's all about just being a man first. That's all it's about. Just being a man, sticking to your principles, to your morals. You know what I'm saying, and not bending for anybody. You know what I'm saying. Not changing your opinion, not changing the way you feel, and just speaking up for what you feel is right. Because that's all it's about. You know what I'm saying. That's why I'm glad that I have people that kind of can understand where I'm coming from, and I can relate to people because I never thought I would relate to this many people in this type of sense, and that I'm not the only one that's going through it.
Mm.
So I want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching right now. We got 5 viewers in the chat. You know what I'm saying, we got 109 views. That's good, man. You know what I'm saying, like if you guys want to support the channel, you know what I'm saying, hit the super chat. I have a Cash App, I have a PayPal. You know what I'm saying, I appreciate you guys for coming through. You know what I'm saying, show support to the content creators because I do put it out on the line. Most
You
people
do.
don't show their face, man. You know what I'm saying, and I respect you too, Wilson, for throwing on the camera and stuff like that because that really shows that you sit behind what you say. You know what I'm saying? You actually uh uh I don't know the word for it, but you know what I'm saying. You actually care
Stands by my
about
principles in a
stand
certain.
by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you are willing to spew the wisdom that one puts upon you, you have to be
Yeah.
willing to take up that mantle yourself in a certain sense. And that is where
Exactly.
responsibility as a man comes in, really. And it's an unfortunate thing that most men don't feel that in this day and age, really. Even though we are taught to be providers, it shouldn't be a given. Like, you shouldn't have to provide just because somebody says you so. You should be willing to do so either for yourself or for those that you love in a certain sense, really. And I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be like honest with myself if I didn't show my face to the community, especially on my YouTube channel. The reason why I haven't been uploading as much is because I'm in this place where I'm learning about the world, I'm learning about myself, and I'm learning about the community that I'm in. Because you do not want to go into the communities these days. Like, I'm not on Facebook or Twitter because that is just a cesspool of
Yeah,
scum.
Twitter is toxic, bro. I've got off. I haven't been on Twitter in like 2 years, bro. It's bad. It's bad.
But it is
Um,
interesting to dive into these communities to see what it is really like. But literally, just to go through 5 comments of like somebody either being racist or taking the piss or some other crap, and I just think to myself, you can be doing so many things. You could be like looking at a beautiful sunset in a different country. You could be
mm-hmm.
learning a language, like writing some beautiful poetry, art, anything. But you want to waste your time hating someone that you're never going to speak to or see ever again. What's the
Exactly.
point? It's just not
Exactly.
needed.
And you see, this is another thing. Shout out to the 9 people in chat. I woke up in 2017. Okay. Yeah,
Good to
man.
hear.
Listen, man. Did somebody else join? Hold on, 1 second. I heard somebody. Oh, I guess that was some feedback. But let's talk about the social media thing, man.
Mm,
Because social media has ruined a lot of aspects in our life. Yes, it has been good. It has connected us together. Because if it wasn't for YouTube, I would never have known Will Song or anybody that's watching right now. But social media has, in a sense, gave women extremely more options than what they had in the 90s and the early 2000s. And that's what, in a sense, has ruined modern day relationships. Because now women have all these options. They feel like, okay, what's the point of me being loyal to this one man? What's the point of me really caring about this one man? And instead of going into a relationship without any backup plans, I'm gonna go in a relationship with tons of backup plans and ton of beta male sent orbiters on the back burner. So if this man messes up, if he says something I don't like, well, I'm just gonna go to another guy that's going to treat me the way I need to be treated, and that's just going to be a yes man and not disagree with me. And that's where we have kind of came to this sense where, okay, women are actually showing us how they are, and they're exposing themselves on social media, because a woman's notebook, a woman's diary nowadays is social media. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's TikTok. You see it all the time. Single woman telling us how they feel about men, saying men are trash, when a sense their men picking skills are trash, the choices of men are trash, their and stuff like that. You got younger women being promiscuous, talking about hot girl summer, twerking on TikTok, Instagram, showing off half of their body, showing their titties, their booty, stuff like that. They're over sexualizing themselves, and it has ruined. It has ruined. Not only has it ruined social media, it has ruined the way us men perceive women.
Yeah, of course. It's definitely destroyed the image of a feminine woman for sure, because there are very few women that like bleed femininity, and even if they do, you don't know whether or not if it's an act or not. And that's what women are very good at, is acting. It's the same thing with like Twitter in a certain sense, basically, because I've noticed that there are some women that will go for guys that are not on social media or socially active on the media, so they have a better chance of cheating because they expect them not to know how Facebook works. This is why whenever you are dating, if you are still dating, gents, learn Facebook, learn Twitter, but do not have an account. Just have like a guest account so you can access hers, because you know it will be open to some simps here and there. You can check her feeds and all that, and then you'll know if whether or not she's stepping out on you, basically. You always have to be aware. I know it seems like disrespectful or irresponsible, but you have to think about yourself in this situation, because if she is willing to hurt you, then you have to be willing to protect yourself. And in doing so, you have to be willing to invade her privacy in doing so. Even though she might be innocent, there is always that little instance where she could hurt you. You have to be willing.
And this is the thing, like, and I know it sounds, what I'm about to say is going to be messed up. You're like, oh, Chris, you're controlling this and that. But honestly, it's hard to take a woman serious that has social media. Just like what the homie Brandon said in the chat, he said the average guy can't compete with a woman's cell phone. That's facts. Because no matter what you do, no matter, even if you look at her phone and you're seeing what she's doing on social media, you got her password, you can log in anytime you want. If she wants to cheat on you, she's gonna hide it. You're not gonna figure out. It's gonna be hard for you to figure out if a woman's cheating on you. So you got to get to the point. Like, if a woman asks you for commitment, which I never suggest you guys to ask for a woman's commitment first, because then she has the power in the relationship. When she comes to you and asks you first, like, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. You be like this. You say, and shout out to Donovan Sharp, right? You say, listen, I don't know if you want to be in a relationship with me. Like, these are the rules, you know what I'm saying? No social media, stuff like this. Because once you get her off social media, that pretty much destroys her options. If she says she's not willing to give up social media for you, I'm sorry, she doesn't like you like that. She don't love you like that, because she loves the attention she gets from other males more than the attention that she gets from you. Okay? And I know it sounds messed up, and a lot of women aren't going to give up social media because it's the attention. And once they give up social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, there goes the other male attention. And now she's only getting the male attention from you. It is what it is, fellas. But if you want a relationship that's actually going to work and be successful, you gotta get her off of social media. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of a good and bad thing about it as well, really, because if it's like, you can't like be too open with a woman to the point where, like, where are we at? Because you have that an awful lot with women where they say, where are we at? But how do I put this in layman's terms? Okay, so if you come up to a woman and then say, the good thing you want to do before starting a relationship is say, where are we at? Where do we start? Like, what are your goals? Do you see a future with me? Like, you can't like guarantee what it is, but you need to know where she's heading so you can have an understanding of whether or not if that relationship is going to work in a certain sense. So, like,
Yep.
say, are you casual? Because if you are, then I do not mind being casual. Like, you have to then also be honest to the point where it's like, I'm just casual. This is just a friends and benefits thing, or this is could possibly lead in something better depending on how
And
I
that's the
feel.
thing. You're
Yeah,
right, Wilson. You always want to kind of be, you want to be honest and straightforward with the woman, with your intentions to a certain extent, because a
yeah,
lot of these women, they will go haywire on you. You know what I'm saying? You lie to a woman, you listen. You don't want a woman. A scolded woman is a dangerous woman. You don't
mm,
want a woman to start attacking you and talking shit about you on social media, saying you ain't shit, this and that. Like, listen, that's not something you want. You don't want her airing out your business, your family business. So I would like Wilson said, listen, I want to keep it casual, occasional. You know what I'm saying? I'm only looking for friends with benefits. And if that's what she wants, she'll stay. But at the same time, you got to realize this. She's not going to stay around forever. Because women want commitment. Women don't want to feel like just a fuck buddy. You know what I'm saying? They want to have that, that emotional connection, and they want to have a boyfriend. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
a
So yeah.
reaction that you want to look out for as well, basically, in a certain sense. Like, you want to see what she does, how her face looks, and what she says afterwards. That's very important, because if you say to her, because you're implying rules on a relationship, and that is the point, you have to lay down the groundwork, or otherwise this relationship it has no foundation. But in doing so, that then says to her, oh, he's a bit controlling. I can't do my regular like thing
Mm-hmm.
really. So how can I work around this? And she'll have these cogs working in her head, and you can pick up on these small little things where she starts like lengthening her words, or if she like says, she might come down on you for not like say allowing her to be herself. But then you can say the same argument as to say, well, you're not allowing me to be myself with you, because if you
Yep.
do not appreciate the rules that I'm putting for our relationship, vice versa, basically, for the rules that we set for ourselves, then this cannot happen. The relationship cannot
Mm-hmm.
happen. But then that is what is so fucking funky with women. They respect a man that treats them like shit because they want what they can't have. That's the thing,
Yep.
really. So if you basically walk into the room and just say, hey, how are you doing? And walk off, they'll be like, wow, he's mysterious. But then once they find out about you, you're then no longer interesting. The dust in the wind is gone, basically. And they'll move on to the next one, really. But again, not all women are like this. But of course, as Ripple men, we have to understand that this is the game that women are playing. Women are on social media more often than not. They are getting more game than men. And that is normally the case. So you have to understand how their mind works to be able to either avoid the minefield or at least protect yourself whilst you're in it, basically. So, yeah.
Yeah, bro, and that's the thing. Like, unfortunately, and that's why a lot of men have just kind of gave up on the dating game and just gave up talking to women, because you have to play the game. It's all a game, and you gotta know, like, you're going in there knowing, like, okay, this is her nature. Okay, her love is always going to be conditional. I feel like, in a sense, everybody loves conditional. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Because like, if like for us men, if she starts giving us that love, or like stops giving us sex and stuff like that, we're gonna look at her a little bit more different.
mm,
If she gains weight, you know what I'm saying, we're still gonna love her, but we're still gonna look at her a little bit different. We're not gonna love as much as we did as when the relationship started. So yeah, in a sense, everybody loves conditional. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta go in there and knowing, okay, listen, I already know her nature. I already know what she's gonna do. I already know she's gonna shit test me. I already know she's gonna test my masculinity. You know what I'm saying? And once those tests happen, you got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of work to be in a relationship.
mm.
Even with Fortnite said in the chat, he said, I agree, get off social media, socials, but the thing is, she can easily turn on the Tinder when you're not around. So I honestly think it's over, because you would have to be a very high value man for her to give up and give it up. Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, no matter, it's almost like no matter what you do, like, she can still code. Like, if she wants to cheat on you, she is going to cheat on you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only, you can never control anybody. It's not about control. It's about kind of saving her from herself, saving her
Yeah,
from her own nature, and trying to stop the percentage of her trying to cheat on you and go behind your back. Like I
yeah.
said, you can never control somebody. You can never watch somebody 24/7 and see what they're doing, but you can lessen the chances of that happening to you. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Be honest
I,
up front. If you lie, that could lead to an allegation of some sort. Exactly.
yeah,
And
yeah,
hold on, Wilson, before you say something.
yeah, sure.
And keep screenshots, fellas, because a lot of these women
Mm.
take screenshots of text, screenshots, and I don't even suggest us men like sending like explicit photos to women anymore. Let's keep it a buck. Don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays you can get canceled for that, sexual harassment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Keep screenshots, keep tabs of everything she says.
The
Consent.
fact that women do not even get punished for false allegations is
Mm-hmm.
hysterical.
Oh
Like there
man.
were times when I was in a relationship with this one girl. Fuck me, she was crazy. She was fucking crazy. I took about maybe 15 screenshots of her calling me, asking like for some action and stuff like that. And I just had to
Mm-hmm.
take screenshots because if I didn't take this to like the police, then I'd have no proof. Because if she had said something to them, then she could have gotten away with it because she is a very good manipulator. She was very good for her time, basically, when we were
Mm-hmm.
young.
And women don't
So,
need proof. They don't need proof, bro. Like
yeah,
they say, they'll take their word of mouth. They would. He did it. Like say if the woman called the cops on you for a DV situation, a domestic situation, they're putting you in handcuffs. It
oh yeah,
doesn't matter what you say, what you do. Somebody's going to jail. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? And that's what's messed up. And that's why men like this is like my whole channel is protecting yourself. I'm not telling you game. I'm not telling you how to talk to women. It's not about that. If you RP, if you know a female's nature, that's all you need to know. You don't need to go buy some dating coaches course for $4,000 or however such, or read books. Stay masculine. Learn female nature. That's it. Watch my videos. They're free. They might have some advertisements on it, but they're free. I'm not charging you, okay? Know what I'm saying? Watch my videos. You don't need to go buy some course out there. Stay you, stay masculine. You don't need that shit at all. You don't. I'm sorry. They're here to take advantage of you. It is what it is, right? But go ahead and say what you're saying. I kind of got off a little bit of it.
That's fine, no worries. Um, yeah, it's like I've understood women for the longest time, really. Like growing up around them, it's kind of easy to notice certain things that they do, things they say. It's
Mm-hmm.
with female logic, like whatever logic there is, it's very emotional. But the fact that it's like a train track, but completely skewed when it enters into a dimension. Men
Mm-hmm.
think with their logic along from I'm going to walk outside, I'm going to the bar, I'm going to have a drink, and I'm going to go home. Women's logic is literally I'm going to go to the park. If I see a friend of mine, I'll talk to her for about half an hour and then probably talk about that one time I did this and that. And then I go to the pub, come back, and then have another word about certain things like that. It's all over the place. That's why when most women say, oh, I can talk with you, it's because there are some men that can manipulate that and talk
Mm-hmm.
in that same way. They can be very free flowing with their conversations. That's why when a woman says, oh, you're very easy to talk to, that's what they mean, because that is a different like style of logic compared to a woman's, basically, because it can skew off on certain facts. Like women are master communicators about nonsense, whilst men are the logical thinkers for the practical things in life. Not saying that women can't be practical, but the fact that women are more diverse when it comes to logical thinking about nothing, it's just interesting how they can free flow talk about bullshit. I remember watching my sister talk to her boyfriend about
Mm-hmm.
like glitter. Like she literally made a full book about glitter. And I thought to myself, the only thing that reminds me of glitter is that one line from what Anakin in Star Wars says, where he says, I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating. It gets everywhere. But that's
Mm-hmm.
about the like as far as I got with that conversation, because I just couldn't listen to it anymore because it was like, you're talking about glitter. Who cares about glitter?
Exactly. And a lot of women, they think we care, but we're just sitting there like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's the thing, like listen, we like to have conversations with women, but women and men don't think the same. They care. Men care about like sports and like hobbies and stuff like that. Women care about stupid things that really don't matter. They care about social media likes and TikTok and fashion and stuff. We don't really care about that. Men and women think differently. That's why a man just wants a feminine, submissive wife. He wants to get off of work. You know what I'm saying? He wants a meal already prepared for him. You know what I'm saying? Some clean sheets on the bed. He wants to watch some TV, get in a chair, lay back, sip on some beer or wine, whatever type of drink he wants. He just wants peace and quiet.
Mm.
Sometimes us men just want to have peace and quiet, be by ourselves a little bit, and just chill. Because us men, we go through a lot in this world. It's hard. We got to be provider. We got to be the leader, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Us men go through a lot. It's not easy for us men. All we want, sometimes we just want to be alone, and a lot of women don't understand it. They think you don't text them. You think they don't. You don't answer a call for them, or you're not there 24/7 emotionally for them. They think that you don't love them no more. That's
Mm.
how women equate love is through attention.
It's how
Boom.
the double standards work, really, in a certain sense. Because with with men, like, you go out, you work, you bring home the bacon, you've had a very fucking rough day about it, which is why some guys just like to sit in their car for a bit, maybe listen to some music just to relax for a bit before going back into another workplace with a wife, basically. We're not like shitting on women because of like saying that working at home is not hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard in its own sense, because obviously she's raising the children, she's got like a house to take care of. Like, it's hard work in another way, basically, because housework can be quite strenuous if you're doing like 7 things on top of each other. That's understandable.
Facts.
Not that you don't work hard, ladies, but you have to admit that we men can also like exhaust ourselves. So the least we'd expect like a little bit of relax and peace and quiet, which is why I absolutely love comedians with how honest they can be, because comedians are the closest you'll get to the truth when it comes to dating, mostly, because otherwise people just think, he's just joking. No, there's some facts in those jokes. It's like with Bill Burr. Bill Burr is an amazing
Oh,
comedian
shout
who
out to
will
Bill Burr, bro.
tell you so much shit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hilarious. It's like what he talks about with his wife, basically, where he sprains his ankle playing some drums, because he could go somewhere in his life with this. Anyway, he's sitting next to his wife in his bed, and he's like, honey, could you possibly like take the dog out for the morning walk? I mean, I'll obviously take him out later for the afternoon walk, but could you please do this? My like ankle's a bit jacked up. She sits there like, I got a Pilates class in the morning. I gotta get up early. I gotta go. And I'm just like, fuck it. And she's like, what do you mean, fuck it? I was like, well, why do you need to give me this whole roundabout, upsy daisy, round the fucking carousel bending way to come back to the word no? Just say no. And then Bill Burr's walking
Exactly.
his fucking dog, literally just going, fucking, 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 the dog's next to him going, I just think to myself, like, why do you do this? Just say no. There's no need to have a
Exactly. Like they
about it.
say everything other than no. They make all the excuses in the world. They beat around the bush, bro. It's just like, man, it's just too much, bro. It's like, bro, like I be thinking like, man, okay, like I could get in a relationship and stuff like that. I could have all these women. I could smash plenty of women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, they throw themselves at me all the time. But it's just like, is it worth it? Like, is it really worth my time? Like
Yeah.
all the hoops I gotta go through, all like me knowing that like she said like, oh, I'm not a hoe, like oh I never did this before, like me knowing in my back of my mind that she's lying to me because she thinks I'm a sucker. She thinks like I'm like the rest of the other simps out there, the blue pill simps. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it's just crazy because like a lot of us time, like us RP man, we gotta play dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like if you ever talk to a woman like about RP things and stuff like that, and stuff like that, but like I gotta act like I'm not acting like I'm a simp, but like I gotta play dumb, like act like I don't know
Yeah.
her nature, act like I don't know what she's talking about. Because a lot of times, like listen, every day, every time a woman talks to you, she's speaking in womanese, and if you know how to translate that womanese, you're like, okay, she says she's not a hoe, okay, she's a hoe. She says she has 2 bodies, okay, she has at least 5 or 6 or 10. Okay, she says she's a virgin. Most of the time, she's not gonna be a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think the only sense I would say if it's okay if a guy waits to have sex with a woman is she's actually a virgin. Now, finding a virgin woman in today's society is pretty impossible. I don't know if you ever found a virgin in the UK, bro, but down here in the US, especially Cali, shit, bro,
I mean,
everybody.
normally, like for me, I was quite lucky. I did have sex with a virgin. I was about 18 at the time and all that. But yeah, it was. It definitely is easier the younger you are. I think. Like the unfortunate thing with the UK is that some young girls like older men. I think it's the idea of like that old age thing of like protection. Like there's protection in age, there's protection in experience, and
Yeah.
you know, like the whole mindset of like, you know, I need to have someone who's got his shit together in a certain sense. And I kind of aired that when I was young because I had to kind of bring myself up in the situation I was growing up, because I was moving houses when I was young. So I had to kind of like learn quickly how to adapt to certain situations. Even though I'm of the autistic spectrum, I'm mildly autistic, even though I don't like to rain on it too much, because then that just gives then people excuse to say, oh, well, you're just like the way you are because of the autism. No, it has nothing to do with that. And it's when I see people use autism as a way of saying that you're stupid. No, you're not stupid.
Oh,
You
no.
just think a different way. And that is like the same thing with me, really, because I think like hard things are easy for me, but I think easy things are hard. Like if you tell me a direction to go from A to B, I have to look at a map, the name of the street. I have to be aware with the surroundings, but that's normally the case with most people. But if I go there once, I'm good to go back there again, basically. That's how quick my mind works in certain situations. So it's like coming back to the whole thing with that one thing that saves men in relationships is the ability to think of nothing, or to have that space where nothingness exists in a certain sense. It's like I had a situation with a girl one time where she was literally just jabbering about something. She was like, so I want to go out on a Thursday and I want to go meet my friends and so on and so forth. You know, Sandra, I want to go meet Sandra. She's got that really boring voice. And then I'm just sat there thinking to myself, okay, I got to take the dog out. I ain't got a dog, but fuck it, I'll take it out. I need a dump, definitely need a dump. Put on the telly, watch some cricket. Yep, some cricket. Oh God, she's coming back. She's coming back. So I'm thinking about next Thursday. What do you think? Yeah, dump first, love. It's just like, I think that's definitely something men has had to protect themselves, just to zone that shit out.
They're mental. They're insane. Yeah, they're insanity. Like, because men will go insane talking to a woman. Can you still hear me? It says the connection is unstable.
It's a little bit slow, but I can still hear you.
Okay. Yeah, man. Like, a lot of men do that. A lot of men do zone out when they're talking to a woman, and it's not the fact that we're not listening. It's just like we just honestly we don't care. But then at the same time, especially when you're in a relationship, you can't just be like, oh, like I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, because then she's emotional. She's gonna cry. So you gotta kind of act like you care.
Yeah.
But at the same time, us men do that all the time. Not just when a woman's talking to us. It's just like we just kind of zone out and just start thinking about other shit. Just like, man, I gotta go do this, and then I gotta go work out, feed the dog, the cats, and then I gotta get the kids, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Us men, we're just kind of always thinking in a sense, bro. But yeah, bro, like that's crazy, man. Does anybody else want to join the Zoom? Anybody else want to tell their story and stuff like that? My brother Wolfson's been up here. I appreciate you, man. You coming up. We've been talking for about an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you taking your time out today. You know what I'm saying?
It's been an absolute honor speaking with you, good sir. It's been an absolute honor.
I don't know, what time is it in the UK, man?
Where I am, we've had the sun for quite out for a bit because it's like a hot summer at the moment. It's 9:20 at the moment, so yeah, getting low.
What's the weather down there? How's the weather, bro?
We've had rain for like the past 2 weeks coming into June, but then when June came around the corner, it's literally like the hottest day. But today is the hottest day in Britain so far. Although it's not the hottest recorded, it's definitely been quite hot. It's like the world's got.
Hold on. My brother Matt is joining. Okay, so we got my brother Matt. He's been DMing me a lot on Instagram, showing me some clips and everything. Let's see if he joins up. Hey, what's up, Matt? What's good?
Well, I'll be back. I gotta modify something real quick. Hold up.
All right, bro. So I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. Ask to unmute. The hell, I'm the host. Said he'll be right back. Okay. All right, chat. So, looks like my stream is having some problems too. YouTube is not receiving enough maintain. But you can still
I'm not so sure if it depends on the people that are in the group, because doesn't the more people you have, it slows down the stream or something?
Probably, man. I don't know. I don't have my my Ethernet cable plugged up. My brother took it. All right, listen. I'll be right back, chat. I have to go to the bathroom. What do you say?
It's my first time using Zoom, so even I'm a newbie at this point. So you know.
Shit, bro, it's all good. But I will be right back, chat. You know what I'm saying? Wolfsong, if you want to entertain the chat for me.
expecting to
I don't
monkey
even
back.
know. I don't even know if I'm still a stream. I don't even know if I'm still streaming. Hold on.
You're still streaming, don't worry.
I
I
am.
think you.
All right.
Here's hoping.
How does the stream look? Be right back. Be right back.
So, chat, tell me, how do you all believe the Red Pill has helped you out in one way, shape, or form? Basically, do you feel like it's improved your life in one way, shape, or form, or do you feel like it's actually giving you a different outlook on women in a certain sense, general? Because I like to think to myself that I've had to learn these things to better understand myself as a person, even though it sounds like a selfish game. It does help in the long run, really, with my friends and family in a certain sense, because the more you learn about something, the more easy you can overcome something in a certain sense. So it's the same advantage with like looking at your enemy in a basic sense. It's why when I started out, I kind of like was friends with women to, just enjoy their company. Not for sexual reasons and all that, but mainly to understand them in a certain sense. Although I did understand them very much when I was young because I grew up with women in my life. Having them in a friendship does kind of bring drawbacks to your progress of what you're doing in a certain sense, but it does help you to better understand them and the way they go through things. Because even though they don't understand men in a certain sense, they can have certain things that you can understand from them. So if you're talking to them, they slip up on certain things, like when it comes to dating and stuff like that. And honestly, women today are more degenerative than you can care to think, really. Like I see this stuff and I think to myself, you don't have to be pure, but you kind of need to have a line not to cross in a certain sense. Although I look at certain Reddits and all that, and I think to myself, there are some really disgusting individuals out here today. And I just think to myself, well, I can't be that far. Or otherwise, everyone would be normal. And normal is just boring now, isn't it?
So I'm back. What were you talking about?
I just asked everyone a question on whether or not if becoming Red Pill or discovering about the bad side of women, if it could actually improve on their life, or if they've studied it, or if they found out a way to improve their lives, like looking through like Red Pill communities, MGTOW, or just having friendships with women in general, basically. Because I feel like you should always be on the up and up. You should always be improving. You should always be bettering yourself. And by doing that, sometimes you have to make friends with the enemy. We're not saying that women are the enemies, but to better understand a threat, it's better to become close to one in a certain sense. So it's kind of like, I know that sounds very selfish, but it's something that needs to be done in order to better understand that person, or better to protect yourself in a certain sense, really.
Yeah, I would say it's not an hateful thing, and I will agree with the chat too. The RP has saved my life as well, man. It helped me. Yeah, like Brandon said, it helped me understand everything about life, because we as boys grew up with the lies being told about marriage, finances, etc. Yeah, bro. Like I remember when I was a young kid, I was like, man, I want to be married, have a family, and stuff like that. What's up? Is this Matt? You gotta unmute yourself.
I'm already unmuted.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so Matt, go ahead and introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can tell us where you're from. You don't have to say like an exact location, whatever. But...
My name is Matt. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm a private college student, and this is how the Red Pill has changed my life.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
At a certain point in your life, people say you gotta improve yourself. You gotta start like taking care of yourself. I took it to heart when it came to that point, but at a later point though, when I started hearing about wait, well, this is in high school, so y'all get the picture. At a certain point when I entered high school, it went from being friends with like females to like how many girls did you fuck, or like certain things like that. At first I was like, these dudes might be joking. But at a certain point, like as time went on, I'm like, these dudes weren't playing. So I'm like, where do I come into the picture? I didn't want to come to the picture because I didn't want to look like another follower. Mm-hmm. So instead of me just saying, I'll chill out, I'll just let this slide. I'm like, wait, why are these people like so hyped up about like body counts? These people went from like your average like chill people to like if you don't have if you don't got like at least a body count under your belt, we ain't gonna take you seriously. Of course, I felt like I think I'm the only person who feels like this is if there's a problem with this picture. But as time went on, like it started to go from we don't take you seriously to you like you're gay or like some like
Mm-hmm.
slur being like thrust in my way. So I'm like do I focus on this or do I just continue on my high school career? So I decided to just continue on my high school career like there on therefore. So at a certain point though, it still affected me though, but it didn't affect me that much. So like when like the coronavirus summer rolled around, I started to like go on computer, practice my coding skills, right? I stumbled onto the red pill community at some point. It started with strong successful male, then it grew to Donovan Sharp, then
Mm-hmm.
all these other red pill characters. I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me this? Then like once I started like watching the videos, it's like it was like feeding my mind all this information that like nobody told me at like a young age. So once I started like watching the videos repetitively, at a certain point, these videos like taught me like various things about stuff that like I was supposed to know, but nobody ever said anything about, like female nature, how to save actual dollars for the future, how like feminism works, how all this stuff is like working how all this stuff is like almost working against you, but it's almost working in your favor. Like I kept on replaying the videos and playing videos back to back to back to back. And at a certain point, though, it was like I said wow, but like I'm like so all this whole time I was like wandering around in circles, wondering why are people keeping this information from like dudes who actually need it? And I'm like, maybe because it's a societal thing, or maybe it's because at a certain point though, people will probably tell you this information, but they'll probably put it under the guise of something else. So like I still watch a video still through college to this day though. But I then realized that in order for me to like get into a higher level, I need to like stop all the bad stuff I'm doing. Like back in high school, I was like your normal like P Hub watcher.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started to end those habits. I started to go like completely all out. I said forget those habits. So I started getting a gym membership. I started like focusing on my skills more. I started to like get a job. I mean everything started to work out naturally. So now I'm just like so where I go from here. I'm saving up. I'm trying to like get back into the gym, grind more, and that's that.
Well, that's good, my brother. Yeah, cause
Memorable.
that shows you like because a lot of men do get shamed for not having sex with women or being a virgin or not really getting women like that, and I kind of see where that comes from because a lot of men this society has taught men to have value in women. Like if you're not getting a lot of women, if you don't have a woman, then that means you're not successful or you should feel bad about yourself and feel down and you shouldn't have confidence and stuff like that, and that's not how it should be. It should be about men chasing their purpose. Just like you said, you're coding, you're doing coding, you're in college. That's what it's about. Because, like I said, women are come and go. Woman is not supposed to be the main focus of a man's life, and it never should be. They're supposed to be an accessory. They're supposed to accommodate you. They're supposed to be a helpmate, like what it says in the Bible. And I know not everybody believes in the Bible and stuff like that, but the Bible is one of the most red pill books that we have, right? So where in the P Hub watching thing, listen, every man has went through that. I've had my struggles with it. I don't know about you, Wolf Song, but I feel like every man to a certain extent has struggled with pornography because pornography is toxic. It points a woman in a bad way, and it makes you sexualize women and only look at women as objects when women are supposed to actually help you. Now I get that women actually do sexualize herself and stuff like that, but you shouldn't be masturbating to pixels and having these crazy fantasies, because the porn is a rabbit hole. The more porn you watch, you're gonna want to watch some more insane porn, and then you go to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. But yeah, man, I appreciate you telling your story, man. Is there anything else you want to say?
It's about that time though, but like you got some making videos where you got like tell men to like end the simping in this year, because for real,
Oh yeah.
stuff is getting out of hand now. And plus, you gotta like you gotta bring on like more like guests who like been at like the not only the college but at the high school level, because like you gotta tell high school dudes to stop simping too, because
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
you got we gotta teach men not how to just not be simps, but how to like do like trade school and like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Oh
already
yeah.
a profession for those type of career fields too.
I agree, man, 100%. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to. I think my audience is between like I think 18 and like 30. I'm definitely trying to reach like the younger kids, the 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, even 14-year-olds, the young men, because it's about saving them. You know what I'm saying? Old men, they're gonna simp, they're gonna do whatever they want to do. We can't save the old men. We can't teach the old dog new tricks. I'm with you 100%. I'm gonna start talking about cryptocurrency. Fellas, I am invested in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is the future. I don't know about you, Wolf Song or Matt,
I
but
I have a wallet online. I got several cryptocurrency
yeah,
savings.
there you go. I got Safe Moon, I got Dogecoin, I got Shiba, I got Bonfire, I got Chainlink, I got damn, I forgot what that one was called. But fellas, investing in cryptocurrency, man, I'm telling you, that's gonna make you a millionaire. And then we can leave the U.S. We can start our own civilization. We can buy our own island. We can move out of the U.S. and get away from this westernized, feminized, cancel culture where men can't be men. You
We
know?
also got to teach men how to like this like economic stuff works, because people jump onto cryptocurrency. They think this stuff is a game. It's not a game.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
You can make 33,000 off this stuff. I've seen it happen before.
Mm-hmm.
Forex, you can make hella bank off of it. You just got to know the know-how and the facts. That's what it is. It's experience. It's experience, not perfection. That's what it is.
Facts, man. Fellas, it's more about female nature and stuff like that. Now, I do want men to wake up and stop the simping, but it's also about, what I'm saying, finding your purpose and being financially stable. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Wolf Song?
Well, I definitely say that there is an issue where cryptocurrency comes. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't have its benefits, but there are definitely some negatives that we do have to take into account. Like you
Facts.
to learn from your mistakes, like take the Wall Street crash for one. Yeah, it's different times at 1920s and all that, but it was there for a reason. And how it was more predominant with the GameStop crash at the moment was because the higher ups were coming down on some fella, some nobody who managed to break that and managed to make some buck out of it and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking to myself, if it's that easy, then anyone can get on the game. And then the problem is, the more people that get onto cryptocurrency or who basically buy and sell certain things, that value then goes down because more are then on it. So that's why it's crypto, because you're making money off of it in secret, which is why they're very hush hush about it.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue with cryptocurrency is that you require technology to use it. And what most technology companies do is control it through certain governments. And the problem is with the government is that they are mostly controlling most of Western society, which is why I kind of touched on the fact that it was needed for you to learn how to get off the grid or learn how to operate off the grid in a certain sense. So, it's all right to learn cryptocurrency and all that, but then it comes to a point when you need to think maybe society is not the best thing, really, because there will come a point where society will crumble, but then you have to think, are you prepared for it? But of course, this isn't like until like later on, like past all of our lifetimes, but
Oh yeah.
at least like our generation to start prepping for something like that, because there have been situations where things like this has happened where it could have been prevented. It's like with the whole Titanic thing as well, really. Like they thought it was a grand ship. They didn't prepare for how many life vests they needed, how many lifeboats. Like they favored class over protection and over perfection in a certain sense. So it really shows how uncautious, how if you're not cautious, then it can work bad in your favor in a certain sense. But yeah, I'd say that I'm not on cryptocurrency for that reason, but I'm not a big spender. I try to save as much as I can. I really don't leave as much as, like, I'd say I'd leave about maybe over $1,000 in my bank account, but that is like for dire situations. Like most of it is in a safe somewhere or like out of like the grasp of government's hands in a certain sense. But yeah, it's definitely needed. Crypto is definitely needed for those like instances in a certain sense. But yeah, I'm just saying there are ups and downs in everything you do, really. But yeah, it's definitely a positive.
It's definitely it's a volatile market, so it can crash, it can go up, you can lose money, you can gain money. But at the same time, like you said, if technology doesn't evolve faster, then cryptocurrency is not, it's not going to be successful. And another thing about crypto is invest in Mooncoin. I think I heard of that one. Have you heard of that one, Matt? Mooncoin?
Mooncoin, it's skyrocketing, but it's not that much.
Okay. But yeah, fellas, that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Invest in, you know what I'm saying? Have some sort of investments. It doesn't have to be crypto. You can do stock market, even though the stock market is kind of a dying thing, but you know what I'm saying? Cryptocurrency definitely does have a bright future. Make sure you be smart with your money. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you know what you're investing. This is not financial advice, by the way. I gotta say that's a disclaimer. But if anybody else wants to join the Zoom session, I believe one more person can join. I got the free version. I don't know.
No doubt the guy that basically put all of his buck in like toilet paper is definitely a millionaire by now, especially during the COVID
smart
situation.
investments, bro. Like I'm telling you guys, like it's more than like, listen, we trying to wake up men financially, you know what I'm saying, about these women spiritually, mentally. It's more than just about that, fellas. But you know what I'm saying, if you guys have any questions in the chat for Matt, for me, for Wolf Song, put them in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Hit the super chat. You know what I'm saying? I've been live for about 2 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes. So shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Shout out to everybody's supports, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody couldn't make it through. Everybody has busy lives when they're, you know, working, you know what I'm saying, working for their families and stuff like that. So
we appreciate the comments and likes and everything everyone's doing, really.
Oh,
no
yeah,
matter,
man.
You're all helping in one way, shape, or form. And
Exactly,
it's just
man.
that there are men that still suffer the same as we all do in one way, shape, or form.
Like a few months ago, I don't know if you guys remember, but me and I'm gonna get Moments on here. Men Time Moments. You guys know him, right? He has a channel, Men Time Moments, does a TikTok compilation. Yeah. So he started a fundraiser. We did a fundraiser for a men's shelter in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying, we I think we raised like over $3,000, $4,000. It's insane, man. Listen, man, we're gonna be doing more fundraisers. Hopefully, I can get Moments and uncut dating truths on one of the live streams one day. I know Uncut, he's working with OBS. He's trying to learn how to use that and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure, man. I think I'm gonna try to be live for 8 hours today. I know you guys can't talk forever. I appreciate you guys joining. But if you guys had anything else you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, you guys got the floor, bro. To be honest with you.
It's all for you, Matt. I've been talking for most of the night, so if you'd like to give any like stories, truths, it's the time to drop them, man.
I don't know, man. I honestly want to get into this video, bro. Like I had a video that we need to watch together. Shout out to damn, did they private it?
Didn't Moments drop a video recently as well?
Yeah, he be dropping TikTok compilations like every day, man. I can't keep up with it, man. I can't keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a TikTok compilation reaction on my channel every damn day if I can keep up with it, because I'll be working. But yeah, it's the channel's called It's Complicated Channel. So I'm gonna go ahead, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna wrap this up real quick. Any final thoughts, fellas?
Yes. Be yourselves, stay on your grind, and never apologize for being who you are as a man.
Facts. Guys, I'm not ending stream, by the way. We're still going to continue streaming. We're just getting off of Zoom. What about you, Matt?
Learn how to self-sustain and learn trades.
There you go.
You'll learn. You can learn a trade. You can make 80K off of it. It's facts.
You don't need to go to college to be successful, fellas. Listen, entrepreneurship, if you want to make YouTube videos like I am helping men, that's also a way. You know what I'm saying? Cryptocurrency, having you a job, a side hustle. That's what I'm trying to get into. Trade. At first, I think I wanted to do like computer science. I don't know what listen. I'm just going with the flow. I'm helping you guys out. I got a Patreon. You can subscribe. I think it's like $2.99 a month. I made it cheap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like. I'm not like these dating coaches out here making $4,000 courses and shit how to pick up women and that shit. I'm not with that shit. But appreciate you guys' support. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and get out of this Zoom session. I'll probably be doing this again. Can I get W's in the chat if you guys enjoyed this call-in show? You know what I'm saying? We got other men telling their stories and what they went through and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. So I appreciate you guys for coming through. Keep on watching the live stream if you know what I'm saying. If you're busy, if you got, you know, you can just have it in the background or whatnot. But I'm definitely gonna react to some more videos. We're gonna be here all day, you know what I'm saying. So appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you, Wolfsong. Thank you, Matt, for coming in, sharing your stories, bro. Sharing your stories with me and the Masculinity Gang. And there's gonna be hundreds of other people that watch this. And this is just the beginning, guys. You know what I'm saying. I'm only at 1,100 subscribers. One day we're gonna have 10K, 10K to 20, to 30, to 40, to 50, to 100K, and then we have a bunch of men watching us. You know what I'm saying, Matt? Make sure you comment in the chat. I'm gonna make you a moderator as well. I appreciate what you said, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody here. Let me go ahead and get out of here. I've been talking too much. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It's been the boy Just Chris. We're gonna continue the live stream. This is not the end of the stream. Don't click off the stream, okay? Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's get out of here. Peace. Okay. All right, fellas. Damn. Damn. Who's still up in the Chizzy chat? Oh, my camera's off. Damn, bro. I'm pretty sure I'm like the worst streamer to ever do it. Okay. Oh, we got 10 viewers in the Chizzy chat room. In the Chizzy chat. Wolfsong, you still in here, my brother? The hell? W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Matt, make sure you comment so I can see your comment real quick. Wow. Great. Sam. You get a little sweaty up in here, chat. W's, man. W's. Like I said, I'm trying to get more professional, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this is only the beginning. I just started streaming, so you know what I'm saying? Be patient with your boy. Be patient. Don't be don't be coming after me now, chat. You know what I'm saying? Don't be coming after me. I appreciate it for everybody for coming through, showing some love. What can y'all see on my screen? Hold on, okay, there you go. I don't even know. Is that chat box too small? I'm in here, yes sir. Is my brother Wolfsong still in this thing? Hey Matt, make sure you comment. I'll make you a moderator. Is that chat box big enough? Like y'all can see the chat on the screen? Is that good? Alright guys. This reaction will be on YouTube. This whole live stream will be on YouTube. I'm keeping it up. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're new to this stream, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the share button. You know what I'm saying? Comment after the live is over for the algorithm so more men can see this. All right. Now, without further ado, shout out to the It's Complicated channel. They are actually putting the work of God in. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the work of God. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right. Go ahead and start recording. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just Chris, and today we're going to be reacting to It's Complicated channel. This reaction is being recorded live. I'm currently live streaming on YouTube. Come through the live. We just had a bunch of brothers come on a Zoom meeting session with me, and they explained their stories and what they went through and their RP awakening. It was a beautiful thing. We had a bunch of people in the chat. It was a crazy experience. Make sure you come through the next live stream. I'll try to live stream every day. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you got yourself some water. Not only so you can stay hydrated during my videos, but so you can take your daily RP. And fellas, make sure you got your masculinity badge equipped. I tell y'all every video, so if you don't got your masculinity badge equipped, by the time you click on the video, by the time you see the notification on your screen, then I don't know what you do. All right. Shout out to all the brothers. Shout out to Wolf Song. Shout out to George in the chat. Shout out to the homie Brandon. Shout out to my boy Alan. Shout out to everybody that come through that showed me support. I appreciate you guys. Now let's go ahead and get into it. The opinions captured in these videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the creator.
When you're in a bar or a club and you see a man you're attracted to, how do you hit on him? What do you do?
How do I hit on him? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give him that little side eye. Look at him. Look at him for 3 seconds, and then don't look for the rest of the time.
What if you're wearing some fly ass sun?
So pretty much, women don't do any approaching. You have to do all the work as a man. She's going to look at you, and then you have to think in your logical head that, okay, she looked at me. All right, that means she wants me to come over there. She wants me to approach her, and she wants me to get her number. Because you automatically assume just because she gives you that look, that means that she wants you.
Sunglasses like you are right now.
Usually it's the look, you know, if I'm like kind of looking at you, giving you the eye and whatnot. And then sometimes if like you're attractive enough, like I'll just, you know, shoot my shot.
I don't hit on him. I look at him. If he looks at me, we make eye contact, and it's up to him to make the next move. I don't hit on guys.
And see, this is the thing, fellas. There's nothing wrong with a woman trying to approach a man and say what you want. See, these women, they get mad at me. Oh, nobody approached me. Like you never put yourself out there. There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting to approach a man. Like if you see something you like, then go get it. But then these women got the nerve to say, oh, he's not confident enough. Oh, he didn't approach me. Fellas, most women aren't confident. If they were confident, they would approach a guy. Most women can even handle rejection. Like fellas, even if she doesn't even like you like that, you rejecting her, you saying no, you being masculine, she hates that. Women cannot handle rejection. That's why they don't approach men. Simple as that.
I feel like if he wants me, then he gonna come to me.
If a woman isn't willing to shoot her shot, does that mean she's not all that into him?
No, she probably just willing. She's waiting for you to take. Yeah, she's playing hard to get, and she's waiting for you to shoot your shot.
Okay, what's the difference between a woman who's playing hard to get and a woman who's just not interested?
Okay, a woman who is playing hard to get, yeah, she's gonna play little games. She's gonna tease you. A woman who's not interested, just gonna. Okay, at least that go with me. If I'm not interested, I'm gonna tell you I'm not interested. You gonna know. But if
Really?
You know, not playing games with you, but if I'm interested in you,
no, you play games.
I'm gonna make it known. You gonna know that I like you.
Okay.
Basically.
Well, like, what signals do you send?
That's a good question. Okay.
I mean, if it's so obvious that a guy should know, then shouldn't you also know?
I get. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes we don't know. Sometimes I don't be knowing.
Well, right, but if you don't know yourself, then why would a guy know?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. Yeah, you succubus spirit. See, fellas, let's go back. These are traits of a succubus. Let's check out something real quick. You see this tattoo? She has a tattoo on her chest. Succubus tendencies. She got a tattoo right here on her bicep. Succubus tendencies. These are all succubus tendencies. She got the big shades on, succubus tendencies. She got a chain with her name on it or with some type of name on it, succubus tendencies. These are tendencies that you need to beware of. This is the type of woman that you don't want to get in a long-term relationship with. This is the type of woman you smash and then you pass to the next man. Facts.
I would either, well, it depends. I don't know. It depends how he reacts to my question, you know, if I even want to take it further. And then depending on that, then I'll make it very clear, you know.
Okay, how would you make it very clear?
Asking if, you know, well, if, you know, like maybe if he wants to dance, like, hey, do you want to dance?
Oh, okay,
You
that's
know?
cool.
Yeah.
Why do you think a lot of women would prefer to send subtle hints rather than just be direct?
Well, everyone's definitely different. I think it's more important to be more direct, like obviously start off subtle, but then you need to ask before you make any type of move, you know? So either, yeah, you want to dance, or like if you wanted to take it further, just ask, you know?
Why is it when it comes to a woman's education or her career, being assertive and going after what you want is a good quality? Why not also in dating?
Being assertive in dating?
Yeah, most women will like wait for a man to approach them. Why do you think when it comes
Okay. Well, I just want to feel like I'm wanted. Like, you gotta want me. If you want me, you gotta apply pressure. Yeah, you gotta apply pressure, baby. If you're not applying pressure, there's somebody else that will take your place. So apply pressure.
Well, I think obviously there is a double standard, you know, if women are more direct, but hopefully that's kind of going away, you know? I don't know. I haven't really heard too much of bad stigmas about, you know, it being looked down upon, a woman like being direct. You know, I'm very.
So how is there a double standard if it's not looked down upon when a woman is direct when she wants a man in the dating game? How is it a double standard then? Fellas, she doesn't make any sense. What is she talking about? I'm confused. If there's not a double standard, if I don't look down upon a woman approaching a man and actually being direct instead of looking at me and just giving me and just looking at me and just like, I looked at him. He doesn't want me. He doesn't want to approach me. Most men don't. We think logically. You think just because you look at me that I'm supposed to know I'm supposed to approach you and do all this other stuff? This is why the manosphere is needed. This is why channels like mine is needed, because most men don't know how y'all operate. Most men don't know female nature. They better know sit manginas. This is why most women will end up alone, because they look at you and they just suspect, oh, he's supposed to marry. Really?
Very direct. I like to make it very clear, and I think it's important that you should make it very clear, be kind of assertive, you know, at some point at least. You know,
but you don't make it clear.
How would you feel if a woman approached you?
I wouldn't care. Wouldn't bother me one bit.
Exactly.
Would you be intimidated if a woman offered to pay the bill?
Nah. But I'm still gonna pay him, but you know, it's a nice gesture.
Would you be intimidated if she initiated sex or made the first move?
Not at all.
Why do so many women think that men would feel emasculated?
I don't know, maybe that's an ego thing with most of those men. I don't know. That stuff like that don't bother me.
Okay. Does it actually,
Not
is it
bother me
flattering to
either.
you? Do you like it?
Yes.
Does no always mean no?
Yes. No. Or, well, it kind of depends on in the moment. Like if they're actually hitting the spot and they're like, oh, you want to go deeper? And you're like, no, but yes, go ahead.
I mean,
but if I tell you a straight no, that means no.
I feel like you can tell through body language and tone. So like whenever guys are kissing me, I'm like, stop.
So
like,
you should
don't stop.
So you should probably say it and not text it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends. During sex, no means no. No means fucking no. I'm gonna tell you right now, no means no during any sexual intercourse, anything. Exactly. Because then that can be considered other things like rape or whatever.
Okay, so how do you know the difference? Like, how can you tell?
In like sex or in general?
Just in any situation, however you interpret.
You see, fellas, this is where you guys have to be careful, because these gentlemen are right in a sense. Because when a woman says no, you just listen. Just stop. Just stop. You know what I'm saying? Pull out before you should have pulled out the consent forms before you're like, listen, sign this consent form here. Sign this consent form, all right? All right? I'm not going no. Listen, you got the consent forms. You know what I'm saying? You got everything. She say no. You're like, all right, listen, I'm gonna back up. Well, why'd you stop? You said no. I ain't trying to get accused of something that I didn't do. Cause you want to say, oh, now you didn't like it now? No, we done. You walk out the building and you say, I'm gone. Cause a lot of these women will get you in trouble for stuff that you didn't do when they consented to it. And this is the society that we live in. This is why I say, fellas, we have to start screenshotting texts. We have to start recording phone calls, a conversation. We got to start carrying consent forms with us because these women, a lot of these women are out to get you. Okay? If you do one wrong thing, if you ghost them or something like that, they gonna put some crazy ass accusations on you. Protect yourself at all times, fellas. We live in 2021. We live in the era of Me Too. And the Me Too movement can destroy you. Beware, bro. Protect yourself at all costs, fellas.
Interpret that question. There's no right or wrong answer.
It depends how they say it. So if they're saying it in a funny way, like giggling and stuff, then they're joking. They want you to continue anything, like not just in sex, whatever. Okay. They want you to continue what's going on. They're just having fun with trolling you. Gotcha. But if they're saying like no, drop the mic, end that shit right there. Don't fight with her.
Facts.
Why do men continue to accept the idea that they're expected to work or pay for female attention?
I mean, because through the history of times, that's how it's been.
Okay, but don't times change all the time?
Yeah, true. Times do change. You know.
But why do you think that we've changed so much when it concerns women, but men are still playing by the same old-fashioned gender roles?
Damn, that's a good question. That's kind of stumped on that one. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped on that one. You got me on that one.
Okay. Do you think that women are doing men a favor by giving them sex?
Oh, that's a perfect question for me, huh? Well, I think it kind of depends. Like, I think if someone's putting in the effort and actually showing that they want them and get to know them on a personal level, yes, then you get to have sex.
No. Women are not doing men a favor when they ask for sex because we can go get sex from any other woman. We don't need it from you two succubus spirits. That's why none of y'all are really special. If all y'all offer to the table is sex in your body, I can go get that from a million, billion other women on this planet. How does that make you special? How? Most of y'all don't bring nothing to the table. You two succubus spirits. I don't even, listen, you should already know the answer. The guy that's interviewing, you're two succubus spirits. She got hoop earrings. The other girl is showing off her cleavage. She's a BBW. These are the girls that worship WAP and City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Like, come on, bro. Two succubus spirits. This other girl got fake up on, got a donut face. She over here looking like a clown. That ain't cute to me. You kiss shorty, you got all her makeup on your face.
But if all you want is just sex, then say that and then be gone.
Okay.
Don't lead me on. Don't try and string it on. Like,
What she said.
if you want sex, let me know. If you don't, then fuck off.
And if it's just a hookup, yes, you're entitled.
Why do
she's
so
a
many women
succubus.
think they have the golden
she's a
pussy
succubus.
when every woman has one?
That's a good. You know what? Because men lie to them. That's why men tell them that they shit is gold when it's just basic.
One last quick question for
Yes.
you. Okay. Have you ever lied to a woman in order to get laid?
Nah.
Why do you think a lot of men lie to women in order to get laid?
They tell women what they want to hear.
Facts. Because these women will rather you sell them a dream, sell them a lie, than you tell them the truth. And a lot of women will vouch for what I just said. They don't want the truth. The truth hurts. That's like a lot. Oh no, baby, you look good in it. Oh no, baby, your coochie was good. Oh no, baby, I like that. No. Most of these dudes are just better cut. They just want some coochie. They just want some peace leave. That's it. They will say anything and do anything and everything just to get a wet hole. we as men have overvalued women to the point where we are actually simp and devalue ourselves as men and human beings just to get a wet hole. That's where we at as a society as men. This is why I rep masculinity. I'm all for masculinity. This is the masculinity game. Shout out to the 11 viewers in the chat. Those brothers are the real brothers. This is all about masculinity. If you're not masculine, you will simp. You will do anything for woman and female validation. Stop the simping 2021.
So what makes it easier for them?
Why can't men tell the truth?
That's a good question. I don't know. They lie to get what you want.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, do men feel like they can't get what they want by being
me
honest?
Personally, I don't need to lie to get it. So I don't know why men feel they need to lie. Just be honest with a woman straight up, and she'll give it to you quick if you're honest with her and let her know what it is from the rip.
Would you prefer a man who's completely honest or a man who tells you what you want to hear?
Completely honest.
Completely honest.
Lies.
So what if a man came up to you and said, I think you're really attractive. If I took you out and spent money on you and made you laugh and feel special, would you be open to hooking up with me and potentially something more?
Fuck no.
But isn't that completely honest?
It is completely honest, but
Isn't that literally what happens?
I don't know. Not every man thinks like that. Some people actually genuinely want to get to know you.
Okay.
But if those are your intentions, then I know your intentions are just to hook up, then no.
Okay.
Cap. Somebody put the cap emojis in the chat. Cappity cap. If a man approached her, a woman dressed like these, a succubus spirit, she looking for male attention, you best to believe she would take that money in exchange for sex.
What is the difference between being completely honest and being too blunt?
That one's hard. Shoot. Say it again.
What is the difference between being completely honest and being too blunt?
Okay, so being too blunt is being like super straightforward, like
But that's like honesty too. That's kind of like
no, but hold on. So say someone asks you like, oh, do you think I'm attractive or not? You say, no, I think you're fucking ugly. Leave me the fuck alone. That's too blunt. If you're being honest, I'm sorry I'm not attracted to you, but I'm sure you'll find somebody, but thank you.
Or you're just not my
There's a
type.
difference.
That's like a nicer way of being honest.
That
like
too.
You're not my type.
Do you think that being too blunt is similar to being brutally honest?
Yeah.
So there's a difference between being completely honest and being brutally honest?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if a woman can wear Wonder Bras to make her boobs look bigger, can men put socks in their jeans to make their junk look bigger?
I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I don't need to do that.
Okay, well, I mean, can men wear lifts to make them look taller?
I guess.
Who is more likely to get plastic surgery, men or women?
Women.
Is it fair for a woman to expect a guy to be completely honest when she has fake nails, fake hair, makeup, high heels, breast implants, etc.?
No, I think those women are beyond bullshit. They go to the bar pretending completely fake. And then they get home and like they take out their butt implants and their giant double D push-up bras, and then they wipe their face clean and they turn into like this ogre that somehow miraculously, I've seen makeup like tutorials that like they turned an ogre into a princess.
Fake nails, fake hair, makeup, high heels,
So what's
breast implants.
so what's the problem with a man lying to a woman when women lie about their appearance all the time? Their whole appearance is a lie. Their face, a lie. Their body, a lie. The way they act, a lie. The things they say, a lie. But as soon as a man does it, fellas, it's a problem.
You can't have all that fake stuff and want a real man. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever led a man on because you enjoyed the attention you received?
Of course. That's part of being a girl.
Wow.
Okay, do you believe being...
Okay, how many questions do we have here?
Have you ever heard the expression power of the pussy?
Yes. Of course.
What does that mean?
The girls run the relationship.
Financial
anything.
problems.
Because at the end of the day, the guy wants the pussy.
Yep.
And
OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah.
Power of the pussy, bro.
Yeah, OnlyFans, exactly. Girls get paid from their pussy. Guys don't get paid off their dick.
I've never heard of it, but it's true.
Well, okay, what does that mean? How would you define that?
That means that I have all the power, and anything that I want, the dude has to do before he can get what I got going on here.
Okay, so then why do you think there's so much talk in our society about things like male privilege and white privilege, but we never talk about pussy privilege?
All right, my brother Wolf Song, appreciate you for coming through, bro. Thank you, my brother. Hope you feel better.
I don't know, because dudes are stupid.
Okay. Why are so many women reluctant to admit that they have privilege?
I don't know, I'm not.
Okay. Why do so many
I have all the privilege.
why do so many women think they have the golden pussy when every woman has one?
Facts.
Because some dudes will be willing to pay anything to get what you got between your legs. And if they're willing to pay for it, then you gotta take it. It'd be stupid to not take it.
You're a sucker, bitch, at best.
But isn't that an awfully privileged position to be in?
It is. I just said that I was privileged.
The world revolves around pussy. We run the world, baby, basically.
Okay. So then, if the power of the pussy is so strong that men will do almost anything for it, how exactly is it a man's world?
It's not a man's world. Y'all just like to think that.
Well, so then why is it then that there's all this fighting for equality that women are always complaining about?
Because men don't like to give that I wouldn't say men, but people don't like to give that recognition to women. Because even women will do that. Women will not like to give recognition to other women, which is sad. You know what I'm saying? Which is sad. We need to all uplift each other.
I know the next question is gonna be bad. That's
Yeah,
why.
I can't. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Right.
Why do you think there is so much talk in our society about things like male privilege, white privilege, but we never talk about pussy privilege?
Yo, he is so right.
That's
Like,
facts,
I don't
bro.
even know how to answer that because there is a lot of privileges that come with having a pussy.
It's one of the most powerful privileges that exists.
Hell yeah.
And it's never talked about. Why is that?
Because every man wants pussy. Because every man wants pussy.
Say that again?
That's almost being sexist.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Okay. Could it be possibly because it destroys the victim narrative?
Sure.
Okay. What does the expression power of the pussy mean?
You want to answer that one, big dog? Power of the pussy. Shit. I got me drunk answering this motherfucker.
Answer the question, sir, please.
Oh, man. Power. All right. Power of the pussy. Oh, man.
Excuse me, sir. Can you answer the question?
I'm trying to without being real, like.
Nah, be real, bro. Be real, B.
It's a serious thing. It's a serious thing.
He needs to answer this question right now.
It's a serious thing. Let's put it like this. The power of the pussy causes people to kill people. You know? Like a man, God kill a guy over that. You know? Like seriously.
Okay. So would you say what women can use sex to get men to do to get men to do anything, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my next question is, why is there so much discussion in our society about things like male privilege and white privilege, but we never talk about pussy privilege?
I kind of want to give it away now. Why we don't talk about pussy privilege, man? Pussy make the world go around, man. Us men need that. Us straight men need that. And we need that to survive.
But listen, fellas, this is the thing. This is the thing. They say that woman said pussy makes the world go around. But pussy only does so much. A woman can only bring life into the world with a man. Women don't build anything. They don't innovate anything. All they do, they're consumers. Us men have built this society. If it wasn't for us building this society, we wouldn't have as many kids as now. Kids would be dying if we didn't have health and doctors and stuff like that and medicine. So they say, oh, females run the world. No, the only reason why they do is because there's thirsty simps and there's the government that abides to these women and they abide to their needs and they don't let these women fail. They don't. Women are backed by everything in this country. That's why. That's why women run the world. It's because there's weak men. That's why.
Without it, we're nothing.
Okay, just give me a rough estimate. How much of our economy is driven by men buying things to please and impress women?
More than 70%.
Would you agree that most consumer spending is geared towards women?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Would you also agree that the media pushes a campaign of fear and consumption by exploiting men's need for female validation?
Yes. I feel like everything in the economy has to do with women. Like.
Okay. So why is there so much talk about female exploitation, but we never talk about this exploitation of men?
Mm-hmm. Because power of the pussy.
Sex sells, right?
Yes.
Okay. And finally, why is there so much talk about a gender pay gap, but we never talk about a gender spend gap?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm gonna start using that.
And lastly, why do women want to earn as much as men if they still expect men to pay for everything?
Yo, this went from a regular interview to I'm starting to hate women. He's right though. He's right.
He's right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, they're asking
You're
for
making
more.
Great
yeah,
points.
they're asking for more money.
Making great points.
But
yeah,
to spend money on themselves.
Yeah.
We're asking for more money to take girls out.
Yeah.
Because look, at the end of the day, guys have to ask girl on dates.
Yep.
When is the last time a girl's gonna ask a guy for a date?
Yep. Yeah.
Right. And does it get any more privileged than that? Being approached?
Right.
Women don't approach men.
I love when women.
No. Don't get me wrong. I love women too, but I
love
think
when they approach me as well.
Well, please say that again. By the way.
I love when women approach me as well.
Why is that?
Because it makes me feel good.
I've never been approached.
It gives me confidence.
You know what's funny?
It makes me know that they want me.
You know what's
You
funny?
know for sure they want you.
You know what's funny? A lot of women, I've asked them, why don't women typically approach men? And a lot of them think that it actually is like men are intimidated by it. They don't like it. And I'm saying, I think that's a myth.
That's
I think
bullshit.
Women want to feel special, so do men. Right?
Yes.
Correct.
The concept of men trying to impress women.
Yes.
Like I got a car, I got a house, I got money. I can trick you into liking me. I can trap you. I'll say this, man. So many things in this culture, in this life, are about appearances, right? So look, let me speak this. So like, what is a man? What is a woman? You know, is a man being strong, being like buff, and you know, like, I'm a man. I could protect you. I could provide for you. Is a woman saying, oh, I can. Everything in this place is like, it's about tricks, man. So like this, a man, he work out at the gym, right? So he looks strong, like, I'm strong, I could protect you. I got money, I could provide for you, but are you providing what the woman actually needs? That's a good question. And the woman, watch this. Plastic
That's
surgery,
Mm-hmm.
I have fake lips, I have fake breasts, I have fake butt. So it gives you the signal that I am fertile and I could produce a healthy baby for you. But can you really produce a healthy baby if you're full of plastic and chemicals and fake things?
Facts.
And are you really providing a woman with the protection that she really needs as a sacred, divine feminine if you're jacked up on steroids and testosterone and craziness? Are you giving the woman what she needs, and is she giving you what you really need? So I think the whole thing is skewed, and we have to take ourselves out of the whole system thing and tap in to ourself, our innate biology.
Unplug from the Matrix. That's what he's saying. This man he seems like he's RP aware to a certain extent. He sees society, he sees men for who they are, and he sees women for who they are. He's saying, listen, women, they portray that they can be fertile and you can have kids with them. That's why they get. Listen, the main reason women do work on their bodies is to get attention from males. It's to get D from males. The main reason we hit the gym is so not only we can work on ourselves, but so we can get attention from women as well. So I can show that I can provide for you, I can protect you, and I'm a masculine man. But the thing is, men, he's pretty much saying men aren't acting like men. And then you got women not acting like women and putting all this fakeness in them and not wanting to have kids, not wanting to submit to a man. know what I'm saying? And you got men not being leaders and submitting to a woman. The society is backwards. The roles have reversed. And when the roles reverse and stuff like that, then relationships are not going to work out. There's always going to be that wedge in the middle that's not going to help it just come together. And that's what's wrong with today's society. You know what I'm saying? This man is speaking straight facts.
You know, our innate spirit and soul, which everything is taking you away from. So it's all a game, depending on the perspective.
That's facts right there. Listen, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Shout out to the Masculinity Gang. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to It's Complicated channel. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you guys for all the support. It's been your boy Just Chris. I'm out this bitch. Peace. Now, fellas, we been live for 3 hours and nobody has hit the super chats. Nobody hit the super chat. Nobody hit the Cash App. Nobody hit the PayPal. What's wrong with y'all? Like, what's up? What's up? Know what I'm saying? Been live for 3 hours in this mug, dog. I better hit that super chat, man. I ain't playing with y'all. Shout out to the 8 in the chat. Oh man, he made one on female accountability. Oh boy. Oh boy. Simping ain't easy. Bros before hoes. Being a protector. Listen, chat, I'll be right back. I have to head to the bathroom again. Be right back, chat. Hey, listen, when I come back, somebody better have hit that super chat. I ain't playing with y'all, man. I'm back. If you don't want to hear super crap, I'm gonna be playing with my buddy. Still up in here. Damn, 3 viewers. I'll drop them like flies. I had to give me some trail mix. Who's still up in the chat? Let me get up one in the chat if you're still in the chat. Alright, we just want to start it. Nobody hit the super chat. It's all good. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, this reaction will be on the YouTube channel. Alright. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just Chris. And today we got a video from It's Complicated channel. The title of the video is called let me start it. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just Chris. And today we got a video from It's Complicated channel. The title is called Bros Before Hoes. Rules of modern dating and understanding women. It's complicated. Okay? Now, before we get into the video, make sure you got yourself some water. Not only so you can stay hydrated during my videos, but so you can take your daily RP. And fellas, make sure you got your masculinity badge equipped. Not only so you can. Oh my god, I fucked it up. I'm bad, y'all. What's good, y'all? It's your boy. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just Chris. And today we got a video from It's Complicated channel. All right, link to their channel will be in the description box below. But the title is called Bros Before Hoes. All right. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you got yourself some water. Not only so you can stay hydrated during my videos, but so you can take your daily RP. And fellas, make sure you got your masculinity badge equipped. If you don't have your masculinity badge equipped during this time of the video, you should already you should already have your masculinity badge by the time you have. Oh my god, bro, I can't do it right now. Dang, chat. I'm out of my bag right now, chat. Hold on. All right. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just Chris, and today we got a video from It's Complicated channel. The title is called Bros Before Hoes. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you got yourself some water. Not only so you can stay hydrated during my videos, but so you can take. Bro, like, damn. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just Chris. And today we got a video from It's Complicated channel. The link to their channel will be in the description box below. Make sure you go tell them that the masculinity gang is here. Alright, now before we get into the video, make sure you got yourself some water. Not only so you can stay hydrated during my videos, but so you can take your daily RP. And fellas, make sure you have your masculinity badge equipped, alright? It's obvious that It's Complicated channel has your masculinity badge equipped, you know what I'm saying? And I love to see it. Welcome to the game. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. Got me some trail mix.
What is the best and the worst thing about being a woman?
Well, we control the world. That's the best thing. The worst thing,
Hey, real quick, if women control the world, why do so many people think it is a man's world?
You know, we're sneaky and we're manipulative, and we know how to control it without them knowing that we're controlling it. So, we'll just let them have their day, and we'll do it our way.
The number one thing I don't understand about women is why they are so confusing in the sense of talking to guys and then not talking to guys and leading them on, but then only liking the bad guys when the good guys are just there trying to be nice, you know. But meanwhile, they're only looking for the bad boy sort of to hurt them in the long run.
Wow, that sounds complicated.
It is complicated.
I would say the worst thing is that men don't always appreciate or respect us the way we should be respected, and we have this complex emotional and intellectual understanding of life, and we can do many things at the same time, and men don't appreciate and utilize that enough. They think that they can do it all, but that really they're very centered and focused on one thing, and we can focus on many a thing at a time. So
okay, and from the woman's perspective,
more like focusing on many D's at the time. Okay, listen, everything what you just said is cap. Men have been appreciating women ever since the beginning of time. Okay, we show our appreciation in different ways. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men have been simping for decades. Men have been sipping for decades. We have put you on a pedestal. We have given you guys everything. We have provided for you guys for multiple years, for decades. You know what I'm saying? All y'all had to do was take care of the house. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't want to do that. So y'all want to be liberated. We let y'all do that. You know, we have been backing women. We have been taking care of the single moms, the government, all that. So for you to say that men don't care about women, that we don't value women, that right there is a fallacy and that is a lie. So stop the cap.
what do you think would be the best and worst thing about being a man?
best and worst thing. Well, best thing, you can go like this and it's a little fun, right? You just like wiggle and it's like, hey. Worst thing is that there's a lot of expectation with men about being strong and running the household and doing a bunch of things where they are expected to be the money maker and everything like that. And I think that roles have been reversed over the years. And I think it's okay for a man not to be
Cortez.
the person who's the provider and maybe the stay-at-home dad. Like, I feel like the roles need to be eliminated. I don't think that that's fair.
No. You see, this is where modern relationships and modern dating has a limit, because once you take out roles out of a relationship, nothing will ever get done. If the wife doesn't take care of the kids at home, doesn't take care of the household chores, the kids aren't going to be fed, the kids aren't going to be bathed, and they're not going to be hygienic. If the man doesn't go to work, you know, there's not going to be any house, there's not going to be anything, no food, no water, no basic necessities to live. You need to have roles in society. You need to have roles in relationships. Without any roles, there's no type of identity. You don't know what to do. You don't know what your purpose is in a relationship. They think having roles in a relationship is controlling. Oh, it's misogynistic. It's toxic masculinity. Why should I have to clean and take care of the household and take care of the kids? Like, why can't I just go work and why can't we just help each? No. I'm too busy at work trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay the bills, trying to help these crazy people at the job. I need to be focused on this one thing. Are you focused on the kids in the household? That's why modern day relationships don't work. That's why modern day relationship doesn't work. And you see she got this big ring on her finger. I feel bad for the husband. Because you know the husband isn't leading her. She's the leader in the relationship. He does whatever she says. That's what type of society we live in, fellas. If you delete roles in a relationship, your relationship is not going to be successful. It just will not.
And men should be able to take on that role proudly.
Well, in other words, I asked women, why is it that we've changed everything where it concerns women while men are still expected to play by the same old-fashioned gender roles?
You know what? I think that we're progressive and everything's changing frequently. And I think that
oh my God, man, I can't.
We're going to be a lot more open-minded going forward. I think that that's something that is changing right now as we speak. I don't think that gender roles and any of that responsibility is going to be there in 10, 20 years from now.
Who is better at communication, men or women?
Men for sure.
Okay, a lot of women think women are better at communication. My question is, why do women expect men to read their body language if men are worse at communication?
Because women are confusing and it's complicated.
Okay.
I would say that women are better at explaining how they feel, and men just don't speak about it. So like men might not be better at communicating their feelings, but I do think men are more blunt about how they feel about things. Like if they feel something and they say it, that's it. Like that's all they mean. We have a more complicated understanding of what our emotions are, so we don't exactly say exactly what we mean, and we expect you to believe or understand exactly what we're saying at all times.
Yeah, we know. Y'all expect us to know, like if you look at a man that you're attracted to, you expect that man to go over there and approach you when you didn't open your mouth. You just used your body language. And then you expect us to say, to ask you a question when you say, like, when we ask you, like, are you okay? You say, I'm fine. Then you expect us to do more digging to see if you're actually fine. That's all mind game. You know what I'm saying? Like chat, this is freaking insane. Like you cannot make this up. But yeah, chat, like this is what we have to deal with. This is modern woman in a nutshell. They expect you gotta learn womanese. If you don't know womanese, you're gonna be confused, bro.
Why do women prefer to send subtle hints rather than just be direct?
Out of scaredness, nervousness.
Women are always scared.
They're scared to get rejected, fellas.
Scared, you think?
We don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
I don't think.
know what the reaction's gonna be, and most of the time we feel like it's their fault, but they probably think it's ours.
But don't you think that men are also scared? I mean, men are obviously afraid of rejection a lot of times, right?
Yes, but I think that the what's the word?
Well, okay, here's
they're expected, like by society, to be more bold.
Well, here's a better question. Why are men expected to overcome their fear of rejection, but women can't seem to overcome their fear of spiders and cockroaches?
That's a good question.
I hate spiders.
I guess because I don't know. I feel like society expects actually a lot more out of men to be more direct than women.
No
Okay,
shit.
that's
No
fine.
shit.
What does it mean when girls talk about having a hoe phase?
Oh. A hoe phase is basically when they are with a new guy every week, or they're talking to a lot of guys at one time. And just like how we talked about the process and the chase, that most guys get stuck in the chase because the women are just in their hoe phase. I'm in college right now. I don't know when the hoe phase ends. It's kind of annoying because every girl I talk to is just in the hoe phase. Are all women hoes? It's complicated.
Do you think it's harder for a man to control his desires or for a woman to control her emotions?
Oh, I think it's harder for a woman to control her emotions, to be honest. We crazy bitches.
Okay, so is it more acceptable for women to be emotionally irresponsible than it is acceptable for men to sleep around?
Of course it is.
I mean, women sleep around too, so it really depends. If they're with somebody and they're sleeping around, that's another story. But like, I feel like that stereotype can go either way. So.
Why are women who sleep around seen as sluts while men who sleep around are seen as studs?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that it's sort of changing in the sense that women sort of...
You know why, chat? Excuse me, I'm eating my trail mix. It's because it's harder for a man to get sex than it is for a woman. A woman can walk outside and say, hey, I want to have sex. And a man will be, okay. Fellas, it's so easy for a woman to get sex nowadays. And this is what it is. There's too many thirsty beta male simp men Johns out there that are willing to give any woman, no matter how ugly she is, no matter how overweight she is, sex. It is what it is. That's why.
Have the advantage now, because I think, I'm a college student. I think that women, although the men think the women are sluts, it's sort of like the men and the bros know that we can go all around. We can get with any woman we want and enjoy it. But if we don't want to know that guys are in other women, if that makes sense. Okay. So if a guy's in a lot of other women that we're talking to, we're not going to get with her. So it's just something you don't like to think about.
Would you agree that it's because men have to put in more effort towards acquiring sex?
Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. If women were not slut shamed or actually celebrated for being a slut, would they still play hard to get?
No, I don't think they would. I don't think they would play hard to get at all, because that's sort of like they like that part of the chase. As we, they like to string people along like that.
Why is it okay for women to paint men with a broad brush as something to be feared, but if men did the same thing to women, it would be considered sexist?
That's a good question, and I think that honestly this world is a little bit sexist in that department, but I don't have an answer for that.
Okay. Does a woman's behavior play any role in how she's treated by men?
Yes.
Depends. It's like to an extreme, yes, but not in general, no.
So women aren't held accountable at all, or?
I think they should be. I don't think they are as much as men are.
Okay, well, why are people so quick to blame the man when things go south in their relationship?
That's a good question.
Didn't even think about that.
I think because society also thinks that men usually do the wrong when, just because women are a lot more emotional, so what they say to people and stuff is a lot.
And women twist the story.
Is a little
I
dramatic.
always do.
If a woman is being more mean to a guy, or more verbally like aggressive in a sense, that means that the man is probably gonna give more to her, sort of be a simp as they call it. So I think the way the woman treats a man definitely has effect on what the man does for her.
Okay, but then why are people so quick to blame the man when things go south in their relationship?
Because the man's always a scapegoat. The woman can't do anything wrong. It's just like cancel culture in that sense.
Do you think there's more of a mutual brotherhood between men or a mutual sisterhood between women?
Sister between women. I think just because they tell each other everything. Boys are more to themselves.
Yeah, they're more closed off.
I mean, our society is always promoting and empowering women. Where do you see our society empowering men?
You don't as
often,
much as you should.
Which should be.
I'd say brotherhood for sure. I mean, I'm a man, so I'm just gonna lean that way. And I think the bros can get together and have the Saturdays for the boys, and women don't do that. They just always want to get in the men's business and be with the man.
Yep.
Our society is always promoting and empowering women. Where do you see our society empowering men?
I never do. And I think that's fucked up. I really do. I think, and don't get me wrong, like we're in Women's Month right now. I think they should be celebrated, but we don't have a Men's Month, and I think that needs to change.
Don't. And you know what? I believe we do. I don't know if we do, but I know we have International Men's Day, but nobody knows about International Men's Day. Most women don't know that a lot of, like 75% of men commit suicide. Most women don't know that a lot of men die on the job. A lot of men are depressed. There's a lot of men that they don't know their worth anymore. They think their worth is inside of a woman. They think their worth is about how many women I can get, how many women I can have sex with. That's not your worth, fellas. Most men are trying to be men, but then they get shamed for being a man. They get called toxic. They get called misogynistic. And then when they have standards and principles and say, okay, well, maybe I don't want to date a fat woman. Maybe I don't want to date a woman taller than me. Maybe I don't want to date a woman that's a bum. They get shamed. Like what more can a man do? A man can't even be a man. So of course he's gonna feel depressed. He's gonna feel lonely. He's gonna feel lost. That's why channels like me and other channels in the manosphere that talk about masculinity first, men first, are very important in a young man's life. Because if he doesn't know any better, he won't do better.
Are beautiful women more privileged or disadvantaged by their looks?
Both. Depends in
There's definitely disadvantages, but if the privileges did not outweigh the disadvantages, why would any woman ever bother getting plastic surgery?
Yeah, that's true. I think if someone felt like they weren't as pretty, they would be like, they don't know what that experience is like until it happens to them, so they wouldn't know what the disadvantages would be, I guess. And then disadvantages would just be anything bad happening to a woman, like in public.
And why is there so much talk in our society about things like male privilege, white privilege, but we don't talk about beauty privilege?
I think
just the way society bases their most importance. Like there's a bunch of white privilege and like other race privileges that are going around right now, it's not like seen as much.
Yeah, it's not a top priority.
Why isn't there equity for ugly people? Shouldn't the government provide them plastic surgery?
I don't think so. I think that that's a personal thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's ugly people. I think that there's people who maybe like don't understand the beautiful aspects of themselves, and I think that if they highlight those aspects, then they'll be as confident as anybody else.
Finally, I'll say, can you think of any female role models who aren't actual models?
I think there's a lot of Instagram influencers that are but not really models. They just put like their feed on Instagram. And TikTokers, like they're not usually models. I think that a lot of them would be one of the biggest role models, and they're not known as being models.
Right, and would you say that being beautiful is a prerequisite to being influential?
No.
What?
Depends.
No. If that wasn't the case, if the answer was truly no, then you wouldn't have IG models on here with fake up on, all kinds of plastic surgery, fake boobs, fake butt, fake face, fake nose, fake everything, having millions of followers. Being beautiful is a privilege, especially if you're a woman. A man being handsome and stuff like that, you don't have as many privileges as a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman can get a job over an ugly woman or an ugly man. Being a beautiful woman opens so many doors for you. You can get attention from high value men. You get attention for simps. You can go on OnlyFans and start an OnlyFans account and just sell pictures of your face. That's it. You can just cosplay. Being beautiful opens a lot of doors for women, and them not seeing how influential you can be by just showing your body and just being a beautiful woman. That is crazy, bro. That just shows you how delusional they are, bro. These 304s on here running a sisterhood 24/7. Exactly. A sisterhood where they don't hold nobody accountable in the sisterhood. That's why there's no growth. There's not a lot of growth in these women. They act like children. I'm sorry to say it, they act like children. They don't want to grow. They don't want to hold themselves accountable. They want to cry when they don't get their way. That's what children do.
It depends, but I think that you can still make it either way.
I feel like it shouldn't be, but it is in somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's often said life isn't fair. Who is more likely to be expected to accept injustice, men or women?
Men.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say women here because I think that they've sort of had the short end of the stick all their lives, if that makes sense. Men obviously get paid higher than women in some cases, so they sort of have the short end of the stick when it comes to injustice and things like that. They can accept it a little bit easier. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying they've been used to it, sort of thing.
Well, if the answer is not men, why do we have the expression "take it like a man"?
That's a good question as well. I think take it like a man. That just goes back to the old days when the men were working hard. You get hit with a baseball, like, oh, take it like a man. Grow up, don't cry. So that's always been something that has been around for such a long time.
Statistically, men are physically stronger, work harder, and longer than women. Why would there even be a question, let alone an argument, about equal gender pay?
I think that, to me, it depends on what the job is. If it's, labor work, it just depends on, who's doing the most. There's no telling. If, some females can be stronger than men, but it all depends on, I think, the person and how much they're personally doing.
I don't think a pay should be based off of a gender. It should be based off the work and how much they do and how much effort they put in.
Okay. So based on productivity, basically.
Yes.
Productivity. Okay. All right. You can disagree with me or not, but statistically, men are stronger, work harder, and longer than women. Why would there even be a question, let alone an argument, about equal gender pay?
Jeez. Why would there? Well, okay. I think there deserves to be a question for equal pay because. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
out the way.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Hey, Wolf man. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hey, what just happened?
That, that is COVID-19 on the loose right there. I know. I don't think I've ever been a part of something like that. I don't even know where I am right now. But it was electric. I want to go back in for more.
Well, I wanted him to answer that question, but listen, I want to give a shout out to the It's Complicated channel, man. You guys are really putting in the work. Y'all out here on the streets. Y'all in a woman's face. You love to see it. Y'all asking the hard questions. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I appreciate y'all for what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? The Masculinity Gang appreciates you, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go subscribe to It's Complicated channel. They're doing great things over there. Shout out to them. Hopefully they get monetized. Probably not, because YouTube don't like that content, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to them. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to join the Masculinity Game. Comment for the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? My link to my Patreon, my PayPal, my Cash App, if you want to support the channel, will be in the description box below. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for all the support. It's been your boy Just Chris, and I'm out this bitch. Peace. Alright, fellas. That will be on the channel, you know what I'm saying? Most likely might get demonetized because YouTube does not like the It's Complicated channel. So, yeah, this guy looks really familiar. The wage gap myth is a joke, exactly. Listen, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hit the super chat before I get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a W's in the chat for almost a 4-hour stream? You know what I'm saying? I'm really putting in the work for y'all. You know what I'm saying? See, I'll go ahead and show your boy some support if you want, brother. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if the link will open. Oh, hey, bro, send that link to my email, cause I can't open it. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. Know what I'm saying? W stream, man. W stream. My link, you know what I'm saying? If you want to donate to the channel. Here, my Cash App is here. Support the channel. You know what I'm saying? I put in the work, you know what I'm saying? Yep, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Yeah, go ahead and email that to me, Adam. I'm saying I gotta get out of here, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. If y'all wanna hit this, if y'all wanna support your boy, hit the Cash App, hit me on PayPal, hit me up on Patreon, you know what I'm saying? Support the content over there. I'll be uploading more to Patreon. Y'all can suggest videos and stuff like that y'all want me to react to or talk about. Appreciate everybody for coming through the live. Thank you guys so much for the support. You know what I'm saying? This video should be up maybe tomorrow or maybe today. Or you can search it up. What's the video name? What's the video name? Yeah, I'm gonna type it into it. I think somebody subscribed during this stream. I had got a notification or something. I can't hit links in the chat. It's just gonna send me straight to my YouTube creator for some reason. My YouTube studio. So you're gonna have to send it in the send it to my email. Single woman in the hot phases. Is that Replicant Fish's new video? I'll react to this one off stream. Yeah, that's right. The Kingfisher video. So yeah, I will react to that one off stream, boys. Appreciate y'all coming through. Adam, go ahead and email me that video. Hey, listen, if you're new to the stream, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Support your boy. W stream, though. W stream. All right, chat. Spam with the W's in the chat. I'm about to get up out of here. Yeah, I don't mean to keep on doing that. Shit. I'm over here. All right, y'all. Peace, man. It's me, your boy, Just Chris. Make sure you stay masculine. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support me, hit the Cash App, hit my PayPal, hit me up on Patreon. I got some content on there. I'm gonna be uploading more. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. My stomach is hurting. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go drop one. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, George. We out. Peace.